get it right.
But yeah. Anyway, I got smoked with a softball, and I'm like,
so you were running, and she was like there to catch it.
Yeah, she just stepped right out of the way.
Like was like, never mind. And
yeah, just like straight up stepped out of the way because she got scared of it. It was funny too. It made like just a super loud just smack as it hit my thigh too.
Ouch.
And everybody's like, "Ooh, that sounded like it hurt." And I'm like, "Yep." So I'm like limping my way to second. But yeah, oh well.
That's rough.
Yeah. All right, fellas, welcome to Culture Warfare episode 5.
That was the worst intro ever.
He can never find transition. You're always just like, all right, we're done talking. All right, start the intro.
Hey, Luke, you hit the intro this week.
Yeah,
I hit the intro this
let's
week.
see it.
You're so good at it.
Well, I was just telling you. I'm just pointing things out.
No, it's not like that. I just want to hear him do it.
Points out other people's mistakes.
Oh yeah, okay, all right. Yeah.
Stop noticing things, Luke.
My bad. I gotta get the log out of
He
my
has
eye.
a computer. He is the noticer.
Exactly. It's my job.
Dude, that's your new name from now on, the noticer.
I graduated from 320.
Yeah,
Nice.
we're just gonna have Drew's gonna put in the graphic. It's just gonna be under Luke, the noticer.
Yeah, it's gonna be like
Dude, that goes hard.
That does go hard.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
like a movie intro.
Yeah.
The
It's like
noticers corner. The noticers
I don't know.
something.
You're close.
No, but you know, like at the beginning of like a cheesy like action movie, it's like, oh, like I don't know, like the stealth guy, or like, oh, the brains of the operation. It's like we got a noticer. He's got like a cool like action font.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know
What's your superhero?
superhero power?
Yeah, or role.
My superhero role, like if we were on like a
Yeah, if Luke's
like a superhero team.
if Luke's the noticer, then what would that make you?
Bleep. I don't know. You have to delegate it to me because we delegated the noticer to Luke.
Yeah, you can't
Yeah.
do it yourself.
I can see that brain stirring up all kinds of stuff. just cut it out. He's just cracking himself up.
I don't know if I should say it.
Just say it. Do it.
What would mine be?
What would yours be?
Yeah.
Well, he's I don't know, kind of unpredictable. With what
Loose
he's gonna say.
cannon.
Loose cannon.
Oh
There you go,
yeah, my old gamer tag.
Yeah,
Yeah,
there you
I
go.
like it.
I like that one. That's a perfect one.
Perfect.
So does that make you Dyke Bike 69?
I thought that was yours.
That was
That was
mine.
also yours. Mine was like, I don't even remember.
No, dude, you
It was my kayak.
my kayak. That's what it was. Yeah.
You gave that one to me, my kayak, with like the anime girl
Mhm.
profile picture.
Because you wanted to be Mikhail, right?
Which was a name that my friend had given me when I lived down in Florida. That was
Yeah.
my gamer tag on his Xbox. And then I just like, that's what I stuck with. And then you guys just like changed it one day to my kayak, and then the anime girl with the pink hair.
we just thought
Dude,
my kayak was so funny.
Well, because he kept getting so mad.
Yeah, he's like, it's Mikhail. You're
And-
spelling it wrong.
Every single time he got mad, it just made it more funny.
then I burned up.
Episode 5.
I overheated your Xbox and it caught on fire playing Midnight Club Dub Edition.
Dude, that was crazy.
That was such a good game. I have it on my PSP. I still got a PSP and I got it on my PSP.
Heck yeah, dude.
Oh, is that the one I sold you?
No, I bought it
You
from.
sold them. You sold them a PSP.
No,
so.
no.
Wasn't that just Dad's PSP?
Yeah.
No, I think I bought it at.
Sorry, Dad.
No, I think I bought a PSP at The like resale game store near us.
Okay.
Because I bought a PSP and a Nintendo DS the same day, and I bought like a bunch of games for my childhood.
Oh, dude,
Who
I
did
want
I
to play
sell,
that SOCOM game.
Oh yeah.
I bet you we could find it.
Dude, I would play that again.
I bet you they got it on eBay.
EB?
eBay. I did pronounce that weird, didn't I? eBay.
Dude, I wonder how much that thing costs.
SOCOM or the PSP?
SOCOM.
I think I bought the PSP for like $60, $80.
Do you know how weird the PSP is? It like had the actual like discs.
Yeah. Yeah.
Weird. Yeah.
Yes, that's the one.
Fire Team
$15.
Bravo.
Dude,
No way.
There you go.
I know what I'm doing this week.
cue it up. But yeah, I got like Call of Duty Black Ops or whatever on the DS. Like when that was still a thing where they're making Call of Duties for the DS. So I was like playing zombies and stuff, like Verrucked on Nintendo DS. Super fun.
All right. That's enough, sir.
What, did you fart again?
Yeah.
Dude, he's dropping
Oh,
bombs.
Jax. Nobody can see Jax on the camera.
We need a Jax cam.
We do need a Jax cam. You're stanky. Look at him. He's just sitting there like nothing happened.
No, dude, he's got zero remorse. He's sick. He's a sicko. He just ate some chicken poop.
Oh,
Nasty.
gross. That's gross, Jax. You're dirty.
He
But
doesn't even feel bad about it. Look at him.
no, he's just enjoying his little nappy. Stinking up the whole room. But, should we get at our first subject at hand?
I'm still trying to come up,
contemplate.
yeah, with your
I know it's hard.
the train conductor.
Dude, he loved trains.
I know he
Yeah,
did.
he did.
Dude, Thomas the
It's
Tank
Thomas the
Engine.
Tank Engine. The conductor. There you go.
Which is perfect
Which
for
is
our
perfect for our first topic. Thomas the Tank Engine, dude. I had so many trains when I was a kid.
Dude, that is a perfect lineup, like of a superhero lineup, like the loose cannon, the noticer, the train conductor, and like Mitchell's just playing with his train.
Choo-choo. Speaking of trains, we all took the autism test.
Yeah, we did.
So we're gonna disclose our results with each other right now.
Yep.
Okay.
Well, to clarify, it's not the autism test. It's just a autism
The
test.
RAADS R test. We
Yeah,
took the RAADS
yeah.
R test. So
Why did we do that, Mitchell?
we did it because I thought it'd be funny. Or at least that's why I came up with it.
Well, in all fairness, we probably all have
At least some level.
at least some level of it. I mean,
Okay, so
there is a term called guntism,
yes,
and me and Mitchell have it for
100%.
sure, which is the reason for why we even started this podcast, because we just call each other on the phone and talk about guns.
Dude, I listened to a 4-hour video this morning of Ivan the Troll or Ivan Prince Guns talking about the M16 versus the FA.
Right, which was
Or
kind
not
of
the
like
M16,
the inspiration of this
M14.
show is like we just call each other on the phone and just talk about guns. We're like, we might as well record it. You know?
Yeah. So I think we should go around and kind of list off from the least autistic to the most autistic what we think that all four of us are.
All
four, like, so.
Drew,
I'll,
did you
I'll
take
go
it?
first.
You did?
You got yours. Okay.
Okay.
So I think from the least, I think it's gonna be Luke, then Drew, and then I don't know. It's gonna be a toss up between you and me. I think me and then you.
You think I have the most?
I think so, dude.
You might be right.
I think
bro.
so. That's my guess.
You might be right.
What do you think?
I'm gonna say least to most. I'm gonna say Drew has the least. Luke's got a little tiz in him. I know Drew doesn't have any in him. He's very dialed in all the time. Which doesn't actually. I'm gonna take that back. Since Drew is so dialed in, he might have more than Luke.
Yeah.
Okay. You know, I'm gonna stick with it. Drew's got the lowest number. Luke's got the. Yeah, so I'm just gonna do the same thing as yours, except for Luke and Drew's
Okay.
first.
So you think that it's gonna be Luke or Drew, Luke, you, and then me, or me and then you?
No, actually, I take that back. I'm gonna. Drew's the least. Luke's next. Me next, and you're definitely the highest.
Okay. Luke, what do you think?
Well, I know you two are at the lower end. So,
Lower end of what?
well, I meant like,
Lower end of IQ points.
well, yeah, that too, but that doesn't necessarily correlate.
Yeah, I was gonna
But-
say, aren't like autistic people like super smart?
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, it's a whole spectrum. So, like, it can affect your learning, but
Anytime
it
I
also
talk
cannot-
to
it's-
autistic kid, they're locked in on
Oh, dial.
whatever they're doing.
yeah, that's
dialed.
usually a characteristic. They're hyper focused on something.
Yeah. Which is why I think that
Yeah,
Matthew's
tends sometimes,
100% the worst out of all of us. What's your guesses?
I'm trying to think. I think Bo would be the most. I think you're higher than you think you are. Now,
Okay.
because autism it's a social disorder.
Yeah.
Is what it is.
Social
And
so
I think Bo is the least gifted in the social department.
What do you mean?
I don't know, dude. Bo and I have a toss up on that one. I'm pretty bad in social. My wife
Yeah.
had to approach me, bro,
About what?
in order to meet. She introduced herself to me.
Okay. Yeah. I mean, we'll talk about the questions after we take the
Yeah,
test
yeah.
because there were some questions where it was like,
What?
yeah.
So you think me, then Bo?
But I also think like with some of the questions where it's like there's a difference between saying something and people just think you're rude and just saying something because it's the truth and you don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And I think you might be mistaking those things.
Yeah.
No. I'm not saying that. I'm saying more of like, I don't think any of us here have autism. Just to
I think Mitchell might. He, like we said, he like Thomas the tank engine or whatever.
All right, Luke. What's your guess?
okay. Drew 1, me 2, 3, and 4.
Oh, okay. Alrighty. I'll go first then.
I'm gonna laugh so hard when it's just like Drew's like in the 200s or something.
Okay, so the total score, the maximum score is 240.
Hey Luke, can you pull up the website and then we can kind of like look at the
Yeah. Look at the
alright.
numbers.
Is that super source working, Drew?
Yeah, I made it.
Okay.
You're talking about is
Yeah, that's
Embrace
it.
Autism,
Yep,
right?
that's the
That's the one.
Yep.
Okay.
You scroll down just a little bit. Scoring. Okay. So my total score was 119.
Oh,
my I don't know
You're
what
at-
that reaction
You're at
is.
119.
My total was 119. My language subtotal was 12. My social relatedness subtotal was 52. My sensory motor subtotal was 24. And my circumscribed interest subtotal was 31.
okay.
Do you want to go next?
Sure.
Let's hear it.
My score was 61.
What? What? Are you for real?
My language subtotal was 3, social relatedness subtotal 29, sensory motor subtotal 17, circumscribed interest subtotal 12.
Dude, you're for real. Dude, what? Okay, Luke. Okay. Let's hear yours.
You ready?
Yeah.
My total was 20.
Dude, I thought it was riding the line, dude.
No. Dude, what happened to you, buddy?
The train conductor.
Dude,
The train conductor.
you scored 99 over I did.
Oh,
But yeah, but then I had the language, it was 5.
By the way, 65 is the threshold score, which means that's the number that you actually, like, that's when autism is considered after 65. So if you're under 65, autism isn't even considered. Correct?
Unbelievable.
Yeah, it says a score of 65 plus indicates you are likely autistic.
I don't know.
As known, neurotypical scored above 64 in research. Neurotypical, I guess, is the, I guess,
you're not
the piece.
neurodivergent or whatever,
Jax.
right?
Jax,
Yeah.
come on, Jax. Okay, Drew.
I don't have headphones because I couldn't find the thing to plug in.
Oh, okay.
It's turned down over there.
Do you have your scores on your phone?
Yeah.
Yeah, grab your phone.
Yeah, you want to hear yourself?
I got, just so Luke knows I'm not lying, I scored a 164.
No! Dude, you
That
threw
is-
us all off.
My language subtotal was 8, social relatedness 88, sensory motor subtotal 41, circumscribed interest 27.
Wow.
Bro, you know what I just...
The scale said that is a very strong, it's the highest you can go. It's one step below the max score somebody's got.
Well, yeah, because what were you saying before? The max score ever recorded was
227.
yeah. So it doesn't even go.
Keep going down a little bit.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay.
Keep going.
Okay, you read all this.
Yeah, just keep going down.
Okay. Average scores.
Keep going.
No. Okay.
I don't know if it only popped up.
What?
It only pops up if you score that high.
Here.
Oh,
here's
that's
the
such a
table.
good idea to do
160,
predictions before.
Very strong evidence for autism.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, mine was...
I did not expect you to score as low as you did.
Okay.
Or you two.
Okay.
What do you mean it's low?
Okay, hold on. The factor that we all of us forgot here was that Drew is into Dungeons and Dragons.
Fair.
And then the Dragon Master.
Yes, the Dragon Master Drew coming in with the high score.
The more that I think about it, it's probably the reason I can do so many weird voices and my wife doesn't bat an eye.
You
Dude,
just knew.
Yeah. She's like,
That's
dude,
my
that's
boy.
so funny. Like, that completely threw me for a loop. There's
By
no
the way,
way.
this doesn't mean that any of us are actually.
No, there's no way.
Right.
There's
Yeah,
no way that this is
That's
actual
what I was going to talk
representative.
about this. Like, this test.
There's so many
Is
questions that are like.
Yeah, there was ones that were like weird, super weird. Like, one of them was like, if somebody interrupts you when you're talking, you get super confused. It's like, I don't get confused. I'll get salty. Like, dude, don't interrupt me. But I'm not gonna be like, oh, what's happening?
Yeah.
You know, so
Yeah.
it's like
Yeah.
stuff like
There
that.
was one. I forget which question it was, but there was one is like specifically that I was like, there's you can't answer this. Like even an autistic person couldn't answer this question, and it made sense. Like, can you go to the questions? I want to find it because it was like.
Yeah.
Yeah. Go down.
oh, there it is. Plugged in.
Drew, did you answer a lot of like the sensory questions? Like the
answered all of them.
that's why I scored so low. I got halfway through and I started thinking about trains.
No, you're the second highest.
No, I was.
Well, I'm talking about like if the higher your number, the more likely you have autism is
Yeah.
what it's saying.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I had the third highest.
Yes. It was Drew, me,
Yeah,
Bo, and
yeah.
then
That's
you.
one. I was saying like low number was high, kind of like I was
See-
thinking like golf terms.
I was right about Luke probably being the most normal out of us.
Yeah.
I'm actually surprised at how normal you were.
Well, that's what I meant when I was saying, Luke, like there's like I can
Yeah.
feel empathy for people. Like I don't
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I just say things.
Well, that's the thing is like I answered those questions too. It was like, oh, is it possible for you to feel empathy for people? I'm like, yeah.
I cannot tell when someone is flirting with me.
That one was 100% true.
I was gonna say
young.
I think any man
Yeah.
usually would at least when they're younger than 16.
No,
Yeah.
I put never true there. Bro, you could tell. I could
can't.
tell.
I've been told that I have an unusual voice, for example, flat, monotone, or high pitched or whatever. Yeah, my wife tells me every day that I need to speak up because I mumble all the time. And as a matter of
Well,
fact,
that's not what it's saying.
Yeah, that's not
the same thing.
that's volume,
right.
not like
no, I
tone of
I
voice.
just talk like this all the time, like just
But you don't.
I
talk
actually
like
have
that.
to work to talk like this into the mic.
No, you don't.
Yes.
I've known you my entire life, dude. You don't have an unusual voice.
I do hate my voice though.
I
Yeah,
hate my.
I
That's
hate
different.
I do.
I
listening to
hate
these
my voice,
recordings.
but
Yeah, it's different. I wonder how much the scoring would change if we took the test for each other.
Oh, that would be kind of interesting.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because just like that, you would say, "Yes, I have an unusual
right.
voice."
This is
You would
not
say,
a
"No,
one to
you
one.
don't."
This is
Yeah,
not
yeah.
a for sure.
No,
Yeah.
This is just
not
for the sake of
representative.
entertainment.
And as a
Yes.
matter of fact, Luke and I,
Go, Drew.
No, Drew, you still play Dungeons and Dragons. Just kidding. We do need to start a D&D night though.
Let's see. It's like right around this area.
Oh, the one question about I consider myself a compassionate type of person. My wife asked me to crack her back the other day when I was literally answering that question, and she's like, "Hey babe, can you crack my back?" And I'm like, "Sure." And then immediately after that, she like swatted me in the leg right on top of my bruise from softball and just killed my leg. And I'm like, it is taking all the compassion I have to not yell right now.
Can you
Which one are you looking for?
scroll up? Yeah, I wasn't paying attention at the time there.
Probably gone through 80 of these.
Dude.
I can't.
It's like right towards like the middle endish.
So around 60.
Middle endish.
It's around 60.
Okay, we're in the 60s.
How to make friends and socialize is a mystery to me. That one was like, okay, it's not a mystery. I know how to make friends and socialize. I just don't because I'm not good at it.
It was something to do with the noise, like the.
Scroll down.
Oh, was it
Scroll
like
down. It's 15.
Sometimes I have to cover my
It's
ears.
not. It's not that one. It's the one that was kind of like
it's
that.
not this? Yeah, I know what you're talking about. It
But I was like, that doesn't even make sense.
yeah, it was like high pitched noises or loud something like hurts my ears. It's like, well, yeah, that's what a loud sound does.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was like, that's stupid. Whereas
Yeah.
like, high pitched noises hurt my ears.
Yeah, it's
Like-
like, yeah.
Yes, that's everyone.
That's
That's,
kinda the-
not.
That's kind of the point.
Yeah, I don't remember where that is, but I know which one you're talking about.
Yeah.
The same thing, like closer like how does a temperature feel different to you at different times?
Yeah.
Well, that's a sensory thing.
Like the same temperature feels different.
Like textures and
Yeah,
stuff.
like so
Temperature.
logically in our minds, yes, we think
yeah,
well,
if
it's
I-
a temperature. It can't be different. That's just how it is. But I mean,
There-
think about it like middle of winter. you're thinking about summer. You're like, oh man, it would feel really, really nice to be in the middle of summer right now. And then flip that around. You're in the middle of summer and now you're baking and you're like, this is way too hot. I'm so uncomfortable.
Well, I think a little bit better representation of that is like when it starts becoming spring out and it hits like 55 and we're out working in like t-shirt and shorts after the winter's done and it's awesome. But then once fall starts rolling around and it gets to 55, it's like, okay, put on your flannel and jeans because it's cold.
Yeah.
Kind of like that.
Yeah, I know what you mean.
Yeah. That's kind of what I think of, at least.
But I think this is kind of referring to like more on the daily thing and
Sure.
not over the course of seasons.
Right there, 36. Sometimes the sound of a word or a high-pitched noise can be painful to my ears.
Yeah, a high-pitched noise is inherently painful to the ears, is it not?
I think that, yeah, that's universal across the board.
I don't know. When my
But I answered never true because the sound of a word, like I've never heard someone say a word and it hurts my ears.
unless somebody is like yelling in my ear.
You can scream a word and that would hurt my ears because you're screaming, but I've never heard someone say a word and it hurts my ears, you know?
Well, what about a word that has like...
Yeah, it's like, ka-chow.
No, that's what I was trying
No,
to. I was trying to
okay.
think. I'm trying to think of any word. If you just say it, like just say the word, and it hurts my ears.
Never heard somebody like pierce you with an S.
I was
I was gonna say that, like some
Oh.
kind of whistle.
I was
or
waiting
they,
for
you know.
someone to say PSA, and I was gonna be like, ah,
Anderson.
But yeah, I mean,
Palmetto, ah.
I answered true like always for that because of the second part, high pitched sound.
Right.
Or
So
high-pitched noise.
that's what I mean. I have a problem with this question is
Yeah.
because it's like they're two completely different things.
Yeah, it's like, okay, I shot my AR with my can on it. Yeah, I don't get that boom, but it still get that supersonic crack without ear pro on. Yeah, it's still painful to the ears.
I think regardless, it's not one.
It's silly.
This is for entertainment purposes.
This is
only.
literally for entertainment
And there's
purposes.
It says at the beginning of the test, like,
Yeah, to go see a doctor to get
Go-
actual diagnosis.
yeah,
Diagnosis.
or like take the test with the actual
Yeah,
physician. But
And this is actually something Luke and I want to talk about is like the amount.
doctors don't know what they're talking about either. So
Well, yeah,
Wait.
true. But like the amount of people that we've seen in recent days, and I guess this hasn't been really like a within the past little while thing. This has kind of always been like this, or at least for I don't know, years now it seems.
Well,
but it's like people like self-diagnosing themselves as like mentally ill or whatever to get like internet clout on TikTok or Reddit. It's like
it's very cringe.
mind-boggling.
Well, mental health across the board is just messed
Yeah.
up, and it's because everything you're just
Yeah, you get sympathy online from, like randos and it makes you feel good. It's like, oh, I'm a girl today.
yeah.
Okay.
But
yeah, it's the
it's
attention seeking.
it's the victim mentality is what it is. It's everything.
Yeah, it's like validate my insecurities.
It's not even that. It's just like people just don't want to try at life, so they just
Yeah, it's an excuse.
yeah.
It's the easy button on life. It's like I don't know how to manage, these things that are going on in my brain, so I'm just gonna press the easy button and say, "Oh, I've got this mental condition or whatever," and
I
people
can't
will
do
feel
this.
bad for you on Reddit or TikTok and cheer you on.
Right, and it does kind of go to show like anyone can go. I mean, Drew, you could take your test results to a doctor, and you'd probably get
SSRIs and all kinds of
oh,
crap.
you can go to a doctor's office get whatever you want, dude. Like
I wouldn't even
like
need to
20
show a doctor
like
that.
24-year-old dudes are going to doctors and getting on TRT.
Yeah.
Which
It's like, bro, you're in prime physical condition. Go work out.
yeah.
I do. What?
I'm not laughing at you. Just the look he gave me.
What? I go to jujitsu. I go to the range.
That is-
I work
it's working
outside.
out.
Dude, I just envisioned like Mitchell as like just like when he said that, like go work out, I do. Like all of a sudden, like in my brain, he just got like super buff, and he was wearing like a train conductor hat.
Dude, I'm having AI make that for me
Yeah, I was
tonight.
gonna say you're gonna have to have AI. Make
Hold on,
that.
I gotta write this idea down before my brain loses it.
Dude, that was like didn't they talk about that on Autism one day where they're like they're gonna put weights in like the trains or something like
Yeah,
that.
they're gonna put up the traits, get it buff. Oh man.
Yeah. But yeah, I think it got it kind of become more obvious because of social media.
Yeah,
It's like that
for sure.
instant feedback. And I think there's a lot of people that try to use that as an excuse
Mm-hmm.
because it's just easier than like accepting who you are. Because autism is not, it's not hyper fixating on something, simply hyper fixating on something, or
Right.
simply being quirky, or simply liking trains or sharks, you know.
Right.
And big
Yeah.
thing, it's not being addicted to technology. That's another big thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Like you see the people addicted to technology, and then that causes them to act a certain way,
Mhm.
and then you just simply say, "Oh, they got autism."
Yeah, no,
And
it's
it's-
because you've consumed 48 hours of brain rot in the past 5 days
Yeah,
off of TikTok. Your brain is melted from your TikTok algorithm.
Well, you're abusing your dopamine,
hmm
Yeah,
and your
Yeah.
dopamine receptors are jacked
fried.
because you're just on social media all the time.
Tell you what, deleting social media was the greatest thing for me. I have Facebook just to keep, in the loop with, like some news or my friends and family and, schedules and stuff for jujitsu, but that's really it. So
Something funny over there, Drew?
Drew's dying. But anyway, yeah, so mental illness on TikTok and Reddit for clout. Lame.
I use social media strictly for making fun of PSA,
Yeah.
which is why this podcast is never getting off the ground. It's getting nuked into oblivion.
What would you do if PSA reached out for sponsorship?
They are not doing that, dude. Have you seen my Instagram profile? They are not gonna do anything with me.
Or if they
ever.
say, "Hey, take down all your posts and we'll sponsor you guys."
No, I'll say
What? You wouldn't say, give me a Harrington and Richardson Car 15 kit or something.
I'd say give me 100 boxes of AAC ammo, and if
So
my
you can
gun
blow up your
if
can?
my gun doesn't blow up, then maybe we'll talk.
That's a lose-lose. You blow up your gun or you just don't get a sponsorship.
I'll film it. We'll put it on YouTube.
Yeah, but the market of AAC blowing up people's guns is so saturated now. Because it's doing it to everybody.
He's got a point.
Although they did nuke.
If we ever do sponsorships, we're not gonna like partner with like crappy companies.
No. But you see that? I think like PSA fanboys got like review bombed or mass reported 110 SAS actuals
Yeah,
video on the AAC blowing up.
yeah, we talked
And he
about
actually,
it.
yeah, that's right. Man, he was so nice in that video too.
He was, and I agree with everything.
I
he
thought
said
about
in
it
the
too. I was
video.
like, dude, come on, go harder.
Well, it's not even that. It's just like I agree with what he said. Like in theory, like you.
They're actually 12, bro.
Drew almost spit all over all the stuff over there.
I literally just said go harder, and Drew choked on his water.
He said, "Come on, dude, go hard."
Clip it. Clip it.
Add it to the soundboard.
Oh, dude, we got a whole mix of those. Oh, that's so great. Nice
boy.
catch, Drew.
Anyway,
Can you mark that on like the timestamp there for me?
48 minutes.
What was that?
Oh,
A
perfect.
box.
but yeah, so
No, but in theory, like, I want PSA to make good stuff
yeah,
because they're an American company. They're, making products that are supposed to be on the lower like budget end or like budget options and like
right.
semi-cloning stuff, which I think is like great. Like,
Yeah.
if you can't afford a real MP5, you should be able to get a clone MP5 at like, you know, a decent price, or all the other clone guns that they're doing.
Right.
But there's
And
a huge
You
difference
can't
between
sacrifice reliability for it though.
reliability and like you shouldn't be just making cheap products just for the sake of making cheap products and hiding behind the American flag and saying
Right.
and I want all those things to be, you know, great, but I also like you cannot undervalue like just high quality stuff, especially
Yeah.
if you're talking about tools that are gonna defend you
Yeah.
and your family.
Right. Well,
At
it's
the
like
end of the day.
with the Prodigy, you know, people are having ignition issues on those like straight out of the box. Like Ben Steger just did a video where he bought 2 of them,
Is that how
and
you say his name? I thought it was Stoger.
Ben Steger.
Is
Oh,
it
I thought it
Steger?
was Stoger.
At least that's how I've always heard it. But regardless, he got 2 of them, and within 200 rounds, they won't even cycle a full mag without having a failure to ignite.
Mm-hmm.
Like multiple failures to ignite. Lost the the back sight on his, just like completely slides in and out and stuff. He's like, dude, Springfield, how you should be ashamed of yourselves for putting this out. What are you
Well,
talking about?
Yeah. And
But the thing is that it's like, what are they, like $1,800?
right.
And then you spend, even if, you know, people are putting in the EGW ignition kits into them, it's like, okay, so you have to spend $1,800 on the gun, and then you put another $300 into parts to make it function properly. You
Right.
just bought a Staccato P.
Right. That's just shameful, is what it is. And
Yeah.
like, and it's a good thing that like there are, you know, honest content creators out there, because that's what the community needs. Like,
Yeah,
I mean, you have to have creators that are holding these people accountable.
right.
And that's the other problem why I have with PSA, and why I don't like them as a company, is because they're actively like, well, you can't prove that they're actively going after content creators for talking bad about them, but
Yes, you
like
can.
you can, but like they'll never admit to it type deal, and you could never prove it, you know.
Oh, do you watch Focus Trip on YouTube?
Uh-uh.
You should watch his channel. It's a great channel.
But like it's just known in the community that if you go after PSA, like you're gonna get like mass reported and your account's gonna get messed with.
Yeah, well, he had an affiliate deal or whatever with PSA, and then he got, I don't remember what gun it was, but it was a gun or something like that, and he did a bad review on it because it was a bad product, and they canceled his affiliate and like did all kinds of crazy stuff to him. But
Well, I get it. Yeah, canceling your affiliate, that's one thing, but actively pursuing other stuff and like doing shady stuff to like
yeah.
keep gun content creators down, because
Well, they like blacklisted his address, so you can't order anything from them anymore. Like if you order something and they see that it goes to his address, they cancel the order. He did that, and they just kept his money and didn't send him his product. I think he gave him like 70 something bucks, I think it was, but like some parts or whatever off PSA's website, and then they just canceled his order, said, "Hey, your order's canceled," and then just never sent him his money back. Like
Yeah.
crap like that. It's like scummy.
They're not a good company.
Yeah.
They're scumbags.
It
and
sucks
it's a
'cause-
shame, because I want an American company like that.
Yeah.
That's like
Yeah.
making.
Absolutely.
It doesn't have to be top of the line stuff. Like even if it's like, you know, there is such a thing as you get what you pay for, and
Yeah.
I understand that, but also like they don't have to be absolute garbage tier.
Right. I mean, there is plenty of good quality stuff that's made for an inexpensive price. I mean, if you look at,
I get in this argument all the time with people, like,
Yeah.
because on my account, like, people are like complaining whenever I, you know, make fun of PSA, like, oh, what are people who can't afford nice rifles? What are they supposed to do? I'm like,
wait for Halloween.
listen, you save up an extra $400, you can get a BCM.
Not even. Geissele, multiple times a year, especially on Halloween when they have the Blem sale, you could literally buy a full Geissele Super Duty for around the price of like a arrow rifle or a PSA Saber.
Right. It's like there is options. Like even if like, I always say, like, you can't go wrong with a BCM. And there's a lot of other companies that are right around in that price range,
Yeah.
12 to 14, where it's like,
Geissele's another one.
you're gonna get a solid gun.
Yeah.
You don't have to worry about it.
Right.
It's not, Gucci tier or like top of line, whatever, but it's a rock solid gun. It's all you need. And you can, get a light and an optic and you're good. And like,
Yeah.
that's only a couple $100 more. So it's like, I don't like getting into that argument with people. It's like, you can't save $300 or $400, dude. Like,
Yeah.
If you've been able to save yourself $1,000
Exactly.
already,
right,
then just do the same thing you've been doing
right.
For a little
for
bit longer.
just
A little bit
like
longer.
a little bit. Do you need the rifle right now?
Well,
Right?
even that, it's
You
like,
know,
okay,
like,
let's say
you don't need the
I'm
rifle.
If
all-
you need the
I-
rifle right now, you'll find a way to make that extra 300 difference.
Yes, exactly.
well,
Let's-
that's what I
let's sell
mean.
some.
Like, if you need one and it takes you a long time to spend up that $300 and like you need it for your family, like, dude, go get a second job. Like, what are you talking about? Like, how much is your life's family worth at that point when you're talking about a couple $100?
Or sell one of your garbage rods.
Well, I'm saying it, like, for someone who doesn't have one.
Oh, sure,
Yeah,
sure.
You
for-
know,
yeah.
and
first
they're
gun,
like their
yeah.
first gun and they want to get one.
Yeah.
You know
yeah.
what I mean? It's like, at that
But,
point,
trust me, there's people that you can sell some stuff.
right.
Mhm.
Everybody's got crap that's sitting in their basement that you don't use anymore. Put it up on fire. Yeah, put it up on
There you go.
marketplace or something like that. You can make some money.
Yeah,
to
right.
to account for that. But yeah,
You don't. The last thing you want to be doing is when you need it, you're looking down the sights of a PSA and you're not sure whether or not it's gonna work, or your AAC ammo is not gonna blow up in your face when you go to shoot it.
right.
You know. So yeah, save the extra couple $100, get a solid gun, and be
Mhm.
happy with it.
Yeah.
And
Because that too.
if PSA wants to be, change their ways a little bit, great. I love it. Like I the concept of PSA, I love the concept of
Yeah.
PSA as a company, but
Mhm.
they do shady crap
The thing about it is that, with their new Saber line, they're using, what is it, FN barrels and Geissele handguards and, their upper receivers. Great parts quality, because you're getting an FN barrel, which is a great manufacturer. You're getting a Geissele handguard,
Can you say that again?
great manufacturer. What? FN?
I didn't hear what you said about FN.
FN?
Yeah.
They make great quality
Oh,
stuff.
okay. All right.
What?
Well, you're just always crapping on my scar all the time. So.
Crapping on your scar because it has bad ergos.
Go get a jackal, bro.
No, but you know what I'm saying is like they have good parts selection on like their Saber line, but I don't trust their techs to build it
No,
properly.
right,
Quality
exactly.
control.
Fortunately for somebody like me, I could buy that, save some money or whatever. Sure. Instead of just going and buying, a BCM and a Geissele, whatever. But I have the ability to be able to take it to my bench, make sure everything's in spec, everything's torqued properly, whatever, and now it's good. But again, to the person who can't do that, doesn't have the facilities to, torque a barrel nut or whatever.
Or someone who just doesn't even know.
Yeah, doesn't even know. They can't check headspace or anything like
Or
that.
doesn't even know that's a thing.
Yeah.
Right.
They're like, it's coming
Do
from.
you want to risk that?
I'm buying it new. It should be good.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah, I always tell people is like, you shouldn't buy the cheapest thing just because it's the cheapest. They're
Right.
not like the just as good. Like that.
Yeah.
Makes me so angry. Like it's not. They're not. They're not just as good.
That gets me going on the Prodigy boys again. It's like getting into the comment section and Prodigy's literally just as good as the Staccato. I'm like,
Well, it's not even that. Like
brother.
I get it. When you get into like the top tier, when we're talking about like a $5,000 Staccato XC and a $550 Glock 19,
Mhm.
like I get it. Like you know they're both gonna work.
Yeah.
They both shoot 9mm.
Mhm.
Like that's one thing.
Yeah.
But if you're comparing like a Bear Creek or a PSA to like Geissele or BCM, or there's a few other companies that I'm not thinking about right now, but like that tier, they're not just as good.
Right.
So like,
Yeah.
you're lying to yourself.
Yeah.
If you think they're just as good.
Yeah.
But anyway,
Whatever.
now that we're never getting a sponsorship from a gun channel ever,
Speaking of Springfield Prodigy owners thinking that their 2011s are just as good as Staccato or Atlas, let's talk about some other conspiracy theories.
do you want to do funny videos first?
Ooh, funny video? Yeah.
Yeah,
You got some funny videos for us?
I got a few.
Okay,
Well,
okay.
maybe not funny, but interesting.
Cue them up.
Have you ever seen that video of that guy when he's going into surgery, and he's like, it's like a weight loss surgery, and then as he's like has that anesthesia or whatever, and he's like starting to go under, the nurse looks at him and goes, "All right, count back from 10. Then when you wake up, your sex change surgery is gonna be all done," or something like that. And he's like,
Oh.
wait, I'm here for a weight loss surgery. And he's like
Oh,
holding
no.
on for dear life.
no.
That is
Oh,
so
no.
mean.
He's like going in and out. He's like, wait.
Oh, no.
It's so good.
That's terrible.
Did you know that during 2021, while we were all locked down at home during COVID-19, that our government in the United States was paying researchers to investigate 2 of the 36 poisons that were found in all COVID patients, and they injected them into mammals and created within 72 hours glioblastoma tumors.
Right.
And then they were paid by our government to see if they could reverse glioblastoma tumor formation that they created in 3 days or less. And do you know what they dissolved within 72 hours glioblastoma tumors with? Nicotine. Did you know nicotine is a published cure for Parkinson's disease, MS, Alzheimer's, ulcerative colitis, all arthritises, all of them. Psoriatic, gout, osteo, rheumatoid. Did you know it's also a published cure? I already mentioned it, myocarditis. Did you know that autism traits?
Yeah.
They've already investigated nicotine patches between the shoulder blades of all children and adults, and within 7 days they see improvements in all their symptoms. Did you know that during 2021,
Interesting.
Fascinating.
Latest
Look
clip.
into that.
I was about to shamelessly plug some Lucy's, be like, we will take a sponsorship.
State. Actually, I am a Chinese immigrant who survived.
Okay, back.
communism.
Hold on, pause this one.
Okay, right.
This one is. This goes back to our episode we just had about SBRs and silencers and stuff, and like when we took our hard stance on the Second Amendment.
Mhm.
I love this video so much. This comes from PBD podcast legend, but it's a Chinese immigrant that escaped China, and so she was obviously under a communist regime,
Mhm.
and she just roast this wherever she's at, some council meeting, and it's fantastic. And this is why the Second Amendment is so important. This embodies like the Second Amendment so perfectly. I love it.
Latest clip.
Hi, my name is Lily Tang Williams. Welcome to my live free or die state. Actually,
New
I
Hampshire.
am a Chinese immigrant who survived communism.
Yep.
And under Mao, 40 million people were starving to death after he sold communism to them. And 20 million people died, murdered during his Cultural Revolution. So my question to you, David, is that can you guarantee me, a gun owner tonight, our government in the U.S., in D.C., will never become a tyrannical government? Can you guarantee that to me?
There's no way I can ever guarantee that any government will not be tyrannical.
Well, then the debate on gun control is over because I will never give up my guns.
Latest clip.
Oh, that's perfect.
It's
Yeah.
so amazing.
Oh,
Welcome to
It's
just
so
one-
dude, she
amazing.
dunked on him.
Yeah, one question.
Actually, I am
Can you
a
guarantee
Chinese
me
immigrant
that
who survived
Look.
This government
communism.
will never
And,
be tyrannical. And he's like, I can't guarantee you that any government wouldn't become tyrannical. And she's like, well, then the debate is over. I love that line.
dude, she dunked on him.
And that comes from, and then people will be like, well, the government will never become tyrannical. It's happening right now.
It's been happening.
It's
since,
been happening
like,
forever.
Mhm.
forever.
It's the function of government. Eventually, they will become tyrannical. It's just
Kingdoms
that's
rise, kingdoms fall. Just how it is.
yeah, and that's why America is the greatest country that has ever existed up to this date. We're the
Because we have a control on them.
yeah, and that's why the Second Amendment is so important, and that's why that is the Second Amendment.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Our first path of recourse is freedom of speech.
Mm-hmm.
First one. If that don't work, or if that's being threatened, we got the second one to back it up.
Right.
Yeah, it goes 0 to 100 real quick.
Yeah, it does.
It does.
It really
It's
does.
like, hey, we're gonna say what we want, and we're gonna have open discussion about things.
Mm-hmm.
Make sure everything's good. Everyone can bring their own ideas, and we'll just figure it out.
Mm-hmm.
If that don't work, we're pulling out the big guns, literally.
Well, it's not even about that. It's about the government. Well, it is kind of about that, but like, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
it's just
you
the
need to keep 'em in
government.
check.
It's the government forcing its will on its people.
Yeah.
And being completely, and you could argue that it is that way right now.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And in my opinion, that is the only reason why AOC isn't the president of the United States right now. Because they still cheat all the time and do shady stuff all the time, and we just let them get away with it, you know? But it's never going to get fully out of hand because we have a Second Amendment. At least I hope.
Yeah.
At least I hope it would never get fully out of hand, but...
Those other two are for your...
Yeah, those are
okay.
for...
So
yeah,
we'll watch them
yeah.
later. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude, I just love when immigrants come over.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and that's why like the whole like immigration thing is like so funny to me, is because like most people don't hate immigrants.
Right.
Most people don't hate illegal immigrants in general. We just don't want the dirt bags over here, the ones who are actively coming here
Yeah.
to cause harm.
Yeah. I don't want the dirtbags here, and I don't want people that come here that just want to live off of my tax dollars. If you want to come over here illegally, like there are people that I know. I had friends from Florida whose parents came here illegally.
Well, we work
But
in
they-
construction, so we literally
Yeah.
are around.
It's like, yeah, you're working hard, contributing to society. Cool, bro. You know, maybe you should try to get your green card, but
it's super hard, and
yeah,
and
I
you
get it.
and you
And
get it.
we know a guy that just got his recently, and just like hearing his story of how hard and how many years it took him to get it,
Years.
it sucks.
Yeah, it does
It
suck.
sucks.
But-
And I feel bad for those people. And the citizenship, the path to citizenship should be more streamlined. And I guess it does come along with being, you know, part of the government. It's like, yeah, it's always going to be slow and inefficient, sure. But, you know, we do need to be able to streamline it to get the people that do want to be here and do want to contribute to our society a quick and easy path to do so.
Well, I mean, I wouldn't necessarily go that route of saying it should be quick and easy, because you still want to keep the dirt bags out,
Right.
right? But the fact of the matter, the way it stands right now, it's almost too hard to do it the legal way.
Yeah.
That it encourages people.
It encourages people
And
to
especially
do it illegally.
in recent years when it's been so easy to do it illegally, and you actually get catered
Yes.
to be
I'll
an
give you a
illegal,
free bus ride or a flight anywhere in the country that
and you get
want.
to go stay in hotels and
Yeah.
all the shady crap.
New York
that-
City will put you up in a penthouse and give you allowances for food and phones.
Right. So you're looking at a path and you're going, you know, I could do this the legal way.
And you can't even blame them for it either. I
Mhm.
would.
Right. You can't. And it's a product of the system, but
Yeah.
it should be easier. But you should still have to work hard because, like I said, America is the greatest country.
Yeah.
And we should make it easier for good people to get in, and we should make it harder for bad people to get in, and impossible for them to get in. That's super important. But you know who hates illegal immigrants the most?
Legal immigrants.
Legal immigrants. They're the most patriotic people ever. They're like,
Dude, it's so funny.
dude, I love those people. Like the immigrants that come over and they're like, screw your flag. And
Yeah.
I'm like, I love it. And no one can get mad at them either.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And it's so great. I love it when the hypocrisy gets turned on the
Oh yeah.
libs like that. You just have immigrants that are like, nah, we don't mess with those.
Those are the
illegals
people
either.
that we want, dude.
Yes, yes.
We should set up a
That's
When you,
That's like-
why are you leaving your country to come here?
because it sucks there and it's
Because
better
it
here.
sucks there, and America's the best. That's why you want to come here in the first place. Otherwise, you would stay where it's at. So don't
Yeah.
tell me how great your culture is in your country when you don't even want to live there.
Yeah.
All right, let's take a break.
Let's take a break.
I gotta get some water, so we'll be right back.
It's fired
We're
up.
getting dehydrated from all this fire we're spitting.
The whole like sourdough thing, I'm still like
I love sourdough.
Like sourdough's great. I love it, and I know sourdough's good for your health, your gut biome or whatever. But it's still carbs.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're still.
It's not good for you.
Yeah.
It's not
Okay.
good for you.
All right. I'm not crazy then, because everyone's like, it's sourdough, so it's good for you. I'm like,
No, there's people that say that, and I'm
I'm
like,
like-
no, you're
I
coping.
don't.
yeah, I'm like,
You're
it's,
coping.
it's still bread.
It'll be better for you than like the sourdough pretzels you're gonna get at like the grocery store, or
Yeah,
something
yeah,
like
yeah.
that. You know, because they're putting all kinds of preservatives and processed crap inside of it. At least you can say you made it yourself and you know what's in it.
Well, yeah, you won't. You
And
won't
there's
get.
not like 56 character long words in
Yeah.
the back of the label.
You're not gonna get cancer, but you're still gonna get fat.
Yeah.
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 Exactly.
Yeah, so it's healthy in the sense where it's real ingredients, but it's just not macro friendly.
No, it's still
Yeah.
carbs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
All right.
We're
I'm,
still
not,
gonna-
I'm not crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what is crazy though? Giants.
Giants.
Oh, dude, do we have a camera on Jax?
No, we don't have a
Should've.
Jax cam.
You guys said Giants, and Jax was like,
Oh, Jackson doesn't exist. Okay, guys.
Jax
So
knows.
You guys be careful.
I opened up my phone to my notes. It just says buff train conductor.
Oh, dude.
Gosh, dude.
Do you want me to do like since we're doing conspiracy theories? Do you want me to do?
Do you want to do yours first?
Yeah, because mine aren't like.
Sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, go ahead.
Well, why don't we just introduce what?
Right.
Go ahead and introduce what we're this segment of what we're doing.
So we're just gonna talk about some like spooky stories, conspiracy theory kind of stuff, to kind of go along with our little autism talk that we had earlier, just because just be silly and fun. So I did some looking. I had heard a story recently from a YouTube channel that I really like to listen to about giants over in the Middle East, and some stories from some soldiers over there, and I thought it'd be kind of interesting to share with you guys.
Yeah, but we're not doing like the typical like one topic deep dive.
Yeah, no, we're just gonna tell some stories and
It's gonna be a
surface level
it's
kind of.
a couple different ones.
Yeah.
lighter ones. But I think eventually we'll probably do like we'll pick out one or something, and if we find really interesting,
Yeah,
and really dive deep into them.
yeah.
Dude, actually, I'm not gonna say it, but I have an idea for a good episode. I think I'm gonna run it by you after we get done recording.
Write it
See-
down so we don't forget.
I have it written down
Okay.
already, but
What are you doing?
I was since you guys kind of took, the reins on this one, and I didn't have a ton of time this week because I was gone for part of it. But I just did like some lighter things, like some things I've seen, and like the second one I did was like just kind of like a video that made me think really hard. It wasn't necessarily a conspiracy theory, but it was kind of in that same
Sure.
idea.
Like
So
like a thought experiment.
yeah, and it was like kind of based off a video. I don't even know if the video is even real or not, but Jackson.
Jax, what are you doing?
Dude, I still got
Is he
that.
eating something?
Yeah, he's eating paper.
I got that.
Stop eating stuff. Lay down.
I had that cauliflower cheese that like taste stuck in my
I
mouth.
know that was such a. I don't know why
Lay down, Jax.
he wants to
buddy.
get on the couch.
boy.
Attaboy.
Now we got Jax cam.
You just need to get him that like GoPro that sticks out from his face the whole time.
Luke, what do you got for topic?
I got two. So, the first one I got was the plane of jars. Felt like that is not necessarily about giants, but it can kind of tie into it a little bit.
Sure.
But in researching it, I went into it thinking like, oh, this is gonna be a fun story about, some cool sight. And then it turned into CIA stuff. So I was like, okay, that's pretty on topic. And then the second one is Mel's Hole, which is just a weird story and it involves government cover-up type things. Don't know if it's true or not, but it's a fun theory.
Is that what that show's based off of?
There's a show?
Yeah, the show with the hole in the ground or whatever it is.
Holes?
Probably.
It's called Outer.
Yeah, Holes. Shia LaBeouf plays Mel.
I'm tired of
No,
this group.
you've never seen that? You've never seen Outer Range?
I don't think so.
Oh,
Um.
it had a run. It was a decent show.
Yeah. You want me to go first then, or do you want to go first?
I'll go first because
Okay.
mine aren't like super crazy.
Okay. Yeah. We'll go back to whatever Bo's doing.
Outer Range. I guess we'll.
Yeah, I'll look into it later. It might be. I guess you can tell me after
I'll
I
tell.
explained it.
I'll
Yeah.
tell you when. Yeah. Okay. So yeah, the first one, if you go to the Instagram chats. Yeah, this one. This is just UVB 76. I don't know if they play anything.
Oh, I've
else.
heard this.
Basically, what it is like shortwave radio frequency. It's 4625 hertz or whatever. You can stop playing if you want. But basically, it's a radio frequency that is like it just buzzes, and then every now and again it'll like Russian encoded messages get like pumped out through it. So like, at first glance you're like, "Ooh, what is this?" And then you kind of like look into it a little bit more, and everyone's like, most of the videos you'll watch on are like, "Oh, it's this what Russian spies use to like do whatever." Like there's deeper conspiracy theories about like what it is and why it's like active and what sometimes and it's not active other times and whatever. But basically, the deeper you look into it, it is kind of like normal, I guess. Like there's other radio frequencies that like basically what it is like a Russian military like either like emergency system or like a military channel basically that they'll use for like communications basically, and the buzzing is so no one else can like broadcast over that.
Oh, sure.
And so they just go off of like Russian times or whatever. Like if basically it's not as crazy as what people make it out to be, but it was kind of something that I thought was interesting at first looking into it.
Yeah, because I think I've seen that before. I think some people thought it was like kind of a dead man switch or whatever for like nuclear war during the Cold War kind of thing. Like, oh, if this Russia gets destroyed and this radio broadcast stops playing, basically, then it triggers the nukes to go off or whatever.
Yeah.
Stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. I've heard
That is interesting though.
And I've heard that like other people were saying like. Because apparently it was, like, inactive for a little bit, and then it, like, recently, as of, like, I think a few years ago, it, like, started with their encoded messages again.
Yeah.
But I think it was, like, they were saying, like, when it kicks up more frequently, like, sometimes it'll play, like, more encoded messages. Like, they have, like, different, like, levels of emergency basically on it if you translate them, And some people are saying like if you get higher emergencies, like Russia's planning to like do something. But that just turns out it's just, you know, it could be a drill or something like that, like level of importance. It's just a military like communication thing that's like not that serious.
Interesting.
Basically, what it comes down to. So I thought it was interesting at first, and I like kind of committed to it, and I got to the point where I'm like, hey, this is not as cool as I thought it was gonna be.
End.
Yeah.
Yeah. We get that.
I mean, that post is, that's like prime for catching your eye, and like, I want to dig into this.
For sure.
Yeah.
That wasn't even the first original one I watched. It was talking about the dead man switch in the video I watched, and I was like, oh, that's crazy. And yeah, no, I mean, it was really disappointing.
Yeah, that's neat though.
Yeah, I mean, you put Russians in gas masks and have like a weird, you know,
weird
encoded
radio.
messages, dude.
Rife for controversy.
Well, yeah, I mean, that draws your eye. I mean, Call of Duty had it in their, which game was that? Was that the newest game where they had that, where we had to go figure out the messages? The Russian.
That was.
No, that was Cold War, wasn't it?
I think it was Cold War for doing the raid in Cold War. Where we had to communicate to each other.
You had to be a spy.
No, I think it was one of the newer Modern Warfare.
I swear, because I was looking at my notes the other day, like going through my phone notes.
Yeah.
And like kind of deleting things, and I like found one. I'm like, what is this?
And that's what it was
because I would be writing down all the codes and stuff, so I wouldn't forget.
And we were translating them from Russian. Yeah.
Yeah, and so I had like a bunch of codes, and then like Russian, and the numbers and coordinates or whatnot.
Yeah.
And I was like, if someone found this and like didn't know what it was, they'd be like, "What in the world? Who is this guy?"
Please tell me those are deleted now that we're like going live with our.
Oh
episodes.
yeah, no, they're gone. Yeah.
Okay, thank God.
No.
Was it Adamgrad?
That sounds right.
Yeah, Modern Warfare 2.
Yeah, I was
Modern Warfare 2.
The new one. No, not the old Modern Warfare 2, obviously.
Well, but yeah, I mean, Russians, encoded messages, spy, KGB stuff. That stuff's super interesting. Yeah. Yeah, you gotta love it. Okay, I guess my second one. This is more of like a thought experiment.
Wait, you're right. Wait, why does he have two clip-on mics?
Context to this video. You want to pause it?
Yep.
Basically, who's this Destiny? Do you guys know who that is?
This guy is a cancer to the human race.
Is he?
Oh yeah.
Okay. Well,
he cheered. Hold on. Just so you don't think that this is like, oh, why are you being so mean? This guy cheered on the death of the guy that got shot at the Trump rally, the firefighter. What was his name? Corey Compertor, the guy that got shot, who was standing behind President Trump, who pushed his wife and daughter out of the way of the gunfire. This guy cheered on that guy's death.
Yikes.
So no, this guy isn't a good dude. He's also a cuck, if you didn't know that.
But like basically what this video is about is like he's going through and he's like kind of like seeing that there's like a politician that is like just completely AI.
Oh. Let's see it.
One for backup, maybe? Wait. One for backup, maybe? Bro.
My name is Egon Chalakian. I am a part.
This is 10 months ago. Wait, so is he real? Is it real? Look at the background pictures.
I don't like this.
Wait, I can't tell if I'm mind myself. Maybe it's just low resolution? I'm losing my mind. What is this? Look at the book names. They don't have names. They don't
I
have
don't
any
like that guy
names.
staring into my soul.
Dude, this is.
They don't have any names. Nothing looks right in this. Is he posing for a picture? What is this? It's Wait, hold on. What is photo on his website? The real photo. Wait, are these hands real? I don't know what I don't even know I don't know what's happening right now. Wait, the women's faces are at the exact same angle. People are saying it's like the exact same face. Is it though? No. Hold on. No.
Oh my.
Wait.
Bro, that's weird.
It is fake. This is a fake picture.
Dude, that's
I'm not
weird.
sleeping tonight. Dude, that's so creepy.
But it's like,
Dude, I was getting chills.
I was sitting there watching it. I'm like, because you can tell when like AI stuff is like fake, right? And you're like seeing them like, but at first glance, you don't even think about it.
Mm-hmm.
And like, have you seen the videos of the new AI and like the
Google's new Neo 3
Oh, yeah,
AI
yeah.
or whatever it
and
is.
how like there's like influencers
Yeah.
that are like promoting products or whatever,
Mhm.
and it like looks like really real, and it's like
Dude, there's AI.
completely AI.
You know the people that like ask questions? I saw a video of this. You know the people that go like do like man on the street interviews and stuff like that, where you know you see like a guy like holding up a microphone to some random guy on the sidewalk and asking questions or whatever. You know those videos.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
I watched a video of an AI of that, and it was convincing.
Well,
Just to
yeah.
demonstrate that this technology is capable of doing that, like IRL streamers are going to get replaced by AI.
I don't know about that. Yeah, I mean, especially like if you've used Chat GPT before, like
But think about it this way: when did we start getting AI really for like widely accessible use? A year ago.
Yeah.
well, I mean, it's been
few years
before
ago.
that, and like, and Chat GPT isn't necessarily AI as much as it's like language.
Large
Like-
language model. Yeah.
Yeah, a large language like generator thing deal or whatever. But I was just like kind of like sitting there thinking about it. Like, I mean, you look at a politician,
Mm-hmm.
like you could, even our politicians in our state, like you could probably, for the most part, most of them just hold a picture up to me and tell me what their name is. I could probably
Right.
recognize their name. It could be a completely different person than who the name is, but I
Right.
would still be like, yeah, sure.
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially if they have a whole AI profile, like how would you ever know?
Yeah.
And it got me thinking about like, what if like AI is like the antichrist?
Weird.
Because like if you really think about it, of like, what is the antichrist supposed to do? One world government,
Mm-hmm.
perfect, right?
Everybody will be on
like-
the same ship.
Yeah,
Pretty much.
claiming that they're the second coming of Jesus, and it's like that's not
And
a
you won't be able to buy or sell things without having his mark.
right.
I don't know.
Mm. I still feel like it's going to be a person.
I mean, yeah.
That could be.
Yeah. Because they're going to perform. I guess it's.
Unless
I
it's
guess
like
it's-
miracles.
Unless
yeah,
it's
it's
going to be like a
interpretation.
robot,
Yeah.
a robot with like an AI personality.
But
like
think
a
about, like,
computer
what-
inside of it.
If you think about it that way, like, how far away are we from AI doing stuff that we can't do. I mean, it already can do stuff that we can't do, but like when you think about like what a miracle is, like especially like the only reason why I was thinking about that is because of the one world government thing, and it's like if we do have AI in our government, and then like the whole thing with AI is like AI is perfect, right?
Yeah.
Is the whole thought process behind it. Like it always calculates the right thing because it only goes off of statistics and all that stuff. And it's like, you could easily see how that jumped from them. Like if that
they'll
was
start
a
using
thing,
it to decide whether a policy gets passed or shut down, or if we go to war with a country or not, or whatever.
Right.
Or how much trade should we do with this nation this month?
But ultimately, I don't think that AI will ever take over humans because you still need
Humans inherently need human interaction. Like, I don't talk to Siri. I don't talk to like I don't talk to ChatGPT. I say, hey, what's 26 times 46 billion? Like, I'll ask it a hard question that I don't know how to answer in my head.
You can kind of make it like your pet, though. I've noticed that a little bit where...
Yeah, it's like, hey,
hey,
whipping boy, do this. It's like, whatever
well, I
you
don't
want.
whip my pets, but like...
You know what I mean? It's like you take advantage of it. It's like
It kind of will start to like cater to your beliefs. So you can kind of make your own echo chamber if you want it to be that. Like you can program it to just confirm your own beliefs if you're not careful with it.
Yeah. And I mean, I don't even use it that often, maybe once a month at this rate.
I love the deep research for if I'm looking for like statistics. I love it because it's like...
Yeah, I could see how that's super, super handy.
Oh, I mean, it's super helpful, but like if you're just asking it personal questions
I don't
all
do
the time,
any of that.
Like you can kind of make your pet, but it's not perfect. And the other thing with AI is like it can't create; it can only copy.
Which is the problem is that you look at kids nowadays in school, they're like writing essays using ChatGPT or whatever and stuff, and eventually it's just going to be where our kids know literally nothing because they're doing all their school homework and their schoolwork and their exams and all that stuff using AI because it's easy. It just gives them all the answers and so we're going to have a whole generation of kids that are completely useless because they just let the computer do it for them.
We already do. Public school is an absolute joke. Like,
right, but imagine public school, but worse. Because I don't know about you, I at least know how to do stuff from my schooling. I know how to multiply. I know how to divide.
I didn't learn anything from school.
But you know what I'm saying? These kids are going to know literally nothing. Like, these kids are not going to know how to multiply or add in their head.
I feel like I literally didn't learn hardly anything through the years of school. Anything. I think all my learning was mostly outside of school.
Right, but think about even if you did learn something at school, imagine that, but not at all.
Anything past 3rd grade, I don't use anymore.
Yeah.
Most of the world doesn't use anything past the 3rd grade anymore.
But kids are getting phones earlier and earlier. Like, I can't even remember the stat that I saw, but it was like 90% of kids or 80% of kids under the age of 9 have phones. Those kids in 2nd, 3rd grade or whatever, they're just looking up that crap on their phone too. So they're not even going to learn addition and subtraction. They're just going to have their phone do it for them.
Yeah.
So imagine not even knowing how to add or subtract and having to rely on your phone to do it for you.
I mean, you could go the other way with it too, where it's like the rest of the kids and the rest of the world has access to like ChatGPT and these search engines that can literally compile all the, data from every book that's ever been written in 7 minutes.
Yeah.
And give you, a summarization, that kid has an advantage over the kid that doesn't have that. And if that kid grows up and doesn't know how to use that, then they're going to be behind. You know what I mean? Because no matter how smart you are, you can't read, a billion books in 7 minutes, you
Fair.
know. So
Yeah, it's a
there's
tool.
that angle. But I think the biggest problem is like the critical thinking that is gone from public school.
Well, it's gone now.
It's
But yeah.
it's the original ideas, you know.
Yeah.
Creativeness.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Creativity is fried. Which is sad because
Motivation, yeah.
America used to be the place for creative ideas and culture, and
It still is. It still is.
yes, it is. But that, I mean, looking at how dead our culture is, like, think about music from like the 90s and the early 2000s in the movies. So much better than the crap that they're putting out now.
Yeah, the movies
So
are
we
lame
are
now.
still the cultural hub of the world, but with the quality of the crap that we have now, think about how awful culture is around the planet then, now compared to the U.S. If we think it's bad here, it's bad, really bad, across the pond. You know?
Yeah. But
So, yeah, I mean, that just goes to show you how, like, creativity's dead. Not to say, like, there's not people that aren't creative, but, like,
certainly, like it
it's
definitely
been stifled.
Yeah, and that has as much to do with technology as it does anything
Yeah.
else.
Mm-hmm.
But the critical thinking is the big thing where it's like,
Right.
I feel like those are two completely different things.
Yeah.
Like they certainly most of the time go hand in hand with one another, but because it's just basically independent thinking. But
Right.
you learn that outside of school. At least we did. Like you don't learn.
Yeah.
I mean, from the jump on public schools, it was designed to create factory workers.
Yeah.
And that was like the main reason for it. So
Right, like I was never good at like multiplication tables or whatever at school. I learned all of my math skills from working with my dad, you know, using a tape measure to measure stuff. Like I'm good with fractions now. I wasn't good with them in elementary school. I didn't know how to do fractions for crap, but working with my dad as a kid, you know, using a tape measure and, you know, cutting up lumber and stuff, that's where most of your practical knowledge comes from. That's how it used to be forever, pretty much.
dude, I'm thoroughly convinced that you can, you know, teach everything that I've ever learned throughout, you know, preschool to senior high school to my kid by 5th grade if he was at home.
Oh, easily.
Because I literally don't use anything. The only thing I use from high school is maybe like the history stuff, just having knowledge of it, and then like the
I could do that in
Pythagorean theorem.
Mm-hmm.
That's the only thing I took from high school.
I could learn all the history from high school in an hour-long YouTube video.
Yes.
That's where I learn all my stuff nowadays.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah,
This has nothing to do with the thing, by the way, but
no, but it is still an interesting.
It's the
topic.
AI thing. It's like public schools are already struggling with how just the whole system, how it's structured, is just a problem in general. And then you're adding in these AI platforms or whatever you want to throw in the technology that then kids are using to then just breeze through that program that's already not benefiting them as much as it should. So they're even getting less value from it.
Yeah.
Because all they're doing in school now with these AI tools, I mean, like they're abusing the use of these AI tools to only get a grade, only to pass the class. There's no motivation to learn anything. All they're doing is, I just don't want to get in trouble. So I'm going to use this tool that makes it super easy. I don't have to do work.
Yeah. And it really at the base of it is the critical thinking thing. It's like you can use AI as a tool and it can be extremely powerful and do a lot of heavy lifting for you.
Mm-hmm.
If you use it and then take that information and use it for something else, not here, do my work for me, and then I'll just sit and watch TikToks and fry my dopamine sensor some more.
Well, that's what everybody's doing, though.
Not everyone. I mean, that's why I'm saying, like, the critical thinking base, like, if you have that, like, you can still use AI to do something afterwards, but
Yeah.
You know, basically, if you work hard, it's not hard to get farther in life. Basically, especially nowadays, like
because nobody works hard anymore.
Yeah, especially if you're like a youngin.
Yeah.
If you're in middle school and high school, don't know what to do, doesn't matter. Just work hard. You're gonna
Work hard and create something.
I think if you show up to work on time every single day, you're gonna be just fine. Because kids these days can't even do that.
Yeah.
On a consistent basis. So
So I got a story here that I heard on a YouTube channel that I actually really enjoy. Wartime stories actually. With Luke Lamana. That guy's cool. If you haven't watched or checked out Wartime Stories on YouTube, Luke does a ton of really cool stuff relating to like spooky stories or whatever. Kind of in the military realm. He's got a lot of cool stuff on there. But this one I thought was interesting because I've heard about it before, but he kind of brought it to my attention of a couple of stories, and I got them here on my phone. I'll just read them to you guys. So this is an article from the Military Times. So let's see. I think it happened in 2010, if I'm not mistaken. Oh, 2002. Sorry, 2002. So yeah, I'll just kind of read it off to you guys. There's three little stories that that kind of go along with this, but this is relating to giants apparently being encountered in the Middle East. Let's see. According to online accounts, the giant of Kandahar, who was said to be responsible for an entire patrol going missing, stood a towering 13 feet tall. It sported a shock of flaming red hair, had 6 fingers on each hand, and 2 rows of teeth for gnashing. Upon contact, the giant purportedly killed one U.S. service member with a spear, only to be vanquished by the rest of the unit, courtesy of 30 seconds of sustained gunfire. According to an account on allthat'sinteresting.com, as the story goes, the soldiers loaded the giant's corpse onto a helicopter, and it was never seen again. Conspiracy theorists promoting the story prompted fact-checking outlet Snopes to investigate in 2016. To the surprise of no one, the bewildered Pentagon officials told Snopes that they had no record of such an incident. Let's see here. Yeah, so kind of essentially what had happened was there was a patrol that had gone missing up in the mountains of Kandahar, and a special forces team was sent in to go find them. And walking, I think it was through, if I'm not mistaken, it was a valley, but they were just walking, stumbled upon a cave with apparently like U.S. service member gear, their like communications devices, stuff like that, and they're like, hey, they run into an ambush here, whatever. So they kind of cautiously approached. And then according to, the people there, they're like, there's basically like a 13-foot tall guy with like red hair, 6 fingers and toes, wielding a spear, just like came rushing out of this cave, speared one of their homies, and then they just mag dumped this guy, and killed him. And then they loaded him up onto a Chinook, and the Chinook pilot said that he didn't really get a good look at it. Yeah, this is kind of like what it would kind of play out as. But yeah, so they killed him, and then loaded him up onto a Chinook, and I think the pilot said that minus the rigging and the pallets and stuff that they loaded it up onto, I think he said that weighed somewhere around 600 to 800 pounds, I think. 800 pounds. Which is kind of crazy, but he said he never saw it. He, I guess, allegedly dropped it off and it got sent to an air base in Ohio or Iowa or something like that, which is, I don't remember what air base it got dropped off at.
It meaning
The Giant.
the giant.
Yeah.
They just flew a dead guy from
from the
Kandahar.
Middle East back
Yeah.
to the U.S., and it got dumped at a specific air base in the Midwest that I guess reportedly has a lot of like crazy happenings going on at it. My goodness, I'm dying here. Hold on.
It's that cauliflower cheese.
Don't mock my cauliflower cheeses, dang it.
It's getting to him.
Yeah, his mouth is so freaking dry, dude.
Drier than a cauliflower fart. Anyway, so yeah, there's a couple eyewitness accounts, but upon hearing that story, there was a couple other people that had come forward with their own stories of seeing giants in the Middle East as well. And so there's another story. Let's see. I'll read it off to you guys. So the giant of Kunar, a massive being and infantry team leader reportedly saw during deployment between 08 and 09. While overlooking a village one fateful night, the soldier peered through his newly mounted thermal scope. As he spanned the valley, he came across a very large heat signature. He assumed it was a group of Taliban fighters huddled together around a light or a fire up in the mountains. All of a sudden, the heat signature stood up as one silhouette. The soldier recalled in Orton's post, the trees in that area grew up to about 10 to 12 feet tall, and this thing was at least as tall, if not taller, than the trees that surrounded it. The giant's stride was slow and relaxed, yet it moved with incredible speed, the soldier added, noting that the giant's chill yet purposeful vibe. It walked parallel to the soldier's position for a time before disappearing along a nearby spur. The stories of the encounter were not shared with many, the soldier reportedly said, but memories of what he had seen came flooding back after listening to the coast-to-coast dispatch of, I think that was on a show. Yeah, it was a show regarding the giant of Kandahar. This soldier had heard that and decided to tell his story. He says, I think that's what I saw, a member of an ancient race of giants that descended from fallen angels hero, or it could be something like Sasquatch. I'm not really sure. Yeah, they say, unlike the biblical David, the soldier would never encounter or remove the head of his imposing counterpart. So yeah, that one was kind of interesting. So this guy, he's testing out his new thermal scope that they got issued, and he just sees what he thinks is a couple of Taliban fighters huddled around like a light or fire or something like that across a ridge, and he's just checking it out, and then it just stands up, and it's like, oh, that's not three people, that's one person, and he's kind of relating it to the height of the trees that kind of grew in that area, and he's like, that's as tall as those trees, and so that's kind of interesting. But then I just got this this last one here. So Orton also included a story of an anonymous Air Force drone operator who was working in the northern part of Afghanistan during the war, scanning around, doing my thing, and looking for stuff, he recalled. One day, the drone operator spotted 3 giants, each standing roughly 12 feet tall. There's a ruler tool that tells you how wide your crosshair is, and the people were as tall as the crosshair is wide. That was all in mid-wave infrared at night, so they showed up as black humanoid signatures. For 10 minutes, the operator observed them, during which time he reported the giants tended their fire and performed other chores, giant stuff. The only interesting things was the size. The goats looked like cats next to them. Another airman recalled doing a pre-op soak northwest of the Korengal Valley where he scanned and analyzed real-time video feeds. According to his elaborate account, the airman watched some dudes around a fire to see if he could identify any weapons. After about 20 minutes, what we thought were two dudes huddled together under a blanket stood up, the airman wrote. This guy made the rest of the dudes look like children in terms of height. He stood up and walked over to a mud hut that he had to bend way over to get into. So yeah, there's a couple of more stories, but those I thought were kind of interesting. You know, drone operator using the ruler tool on his crosshair to do observation. It's like, it's a
Dude,
ginormous
I was just thinking about the ACSS reticle.
Yeah.
And like people lining up the, you know, how you use the measurements to like see what your distance is. And they're like going to shoot at these giants and it's just flying way over their head because they're way closer.
Yeah.
That was funny. I had that visual in my head when you were talking about the.
That is a good visual. I like that.
And like I can just imagine some soldier just like zoomed in on this dude, and they're like, shots are going way over their head. They're like, dude, this reticle sucks.
It's the first time they're using this.
Yeah, they get these.
Man,
new
everyone's
reticles.
hyping these up. Yeah.
They've got no training on it.
Yeah, dude, these things suck, dude. I also had a visual when you're talking about the goats looking like cats. I'm like, can you imagine? Like, have you heard the stories about like the Middle East people, you know, like doing things to like donkeys and goats?
Yeah.
Certain acts and stuff. I'm like, that visual also popped in my head with the goats and the giant. Dude, but the other thing is with the spear, like they couldn't get this guy like at least like an RPG or something. Like
RPG would be like holding like a goat gun or whatever in his hand.
Yeah, I know. He could have had like 2 RPGs at the same time. It would have been nothing. They couldn't get this guy a bigger gun.
How would he get his finger into the trigger guard?
I don't know actually how big the trigger guard
Rip
is
the trigger guard off there, dude.
Yeah, fair enough.
Figure it out.
Yeah,
But-
so I thought those were kind of interesting because I mean those are just reports that you know a handful of dudes made. There's some other ones, but
You know what's really interesting about the first report?
Mm-hmm.
The way that they described that giant sounds exactly how they describe them over in the Americas in old Native American folklore, and all their
Having
other
6 fingers
the
and
tribes.
toes.
Having 6 fingers, the red hair
Mm.
is a big one. The multiple rows of teeth.
Mm.
They're usually described as like man eaters.
Yeah.
Yeah, thick skin, you know, stuff like that.
Yeah,
I even heard a theory that like, you know, the stereotype of like greeting Native American, you hold your hand up.
Yeah.
Like that. That was
Oh, don't put too much angle on that one.
theory. Yeah, well, a theory
Calm down,
that,
Elon.
So there's a theory that was meant to show that you have 5 fingers and not 6.
Oh.
So you're normal.
Interesting.
That
I
seems
got-
kind of dumb. What they realize of the size.
Yeah. Hey, dude, I'm not 12 feet tall. You
Yeah.
don't need to worry about me.
Well, it also it's like
I'm
okay,
not-
you're not.
I'm not 13 feet tall, guys.
You don't have any in your bloodline. I guess.
Maybe.
Oh.
It is
It's
interesting,
kind of
though.
a dumb theory, but it's also
Yeah.
kind of cool.
Yeah, so were they like supposedly like thick skinned? So does that mean like there's no obviously they weren't bulletproof, right?
No,
If this
it
theory
said
is
that,
correct.
according to their story, it said that they had 30 seconds of consecutive gunfire
Good.
to get it down. With assuming they're M4s or whatever.
Yeah.
Maybe a 240. But, yeah. It is kind of
I mean,
interesting, though.
And then
It is funny to think about like if there was giants in you know, Afghanistan or whatever, like if they did exist, they definitely don't exist anymore cuz
No.
like I'm sure that they were semi like, you know, resistant to like smaller calibers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
But like, you know, we went there and wiped them out if they were there.
Oh, for sure.
Like,
We got like a freezer full of them in the basement of the Smithsonian.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like they're gone. Like maybe that's why we were over there for 20 years. Besides the
yeah.
oil, we were just finishing off the rest of the
They're
giants.
just having a giant genocide in the
You
mountains.
got
Yeah.
Joshua and Caleb going over to Afghanistan to finish what they started.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I just thought that was kind of an interesting little thing that I wanted to share.
No, it's definitely cool, and like certainly, at least for us, like we believe at one point this. I mean, we believe everything in the Bible is like correct. So there was, David and Goliath, and
Yeah, there was giants at some point.
So at one point, and there's a lot of evidence in other areas too, and like you said, the stories of the natives and stuff like that. Like,
Mhm.
it is cool to think about that. There's giants running around.
Yeah, I think, even like past the Bible, I mean, we see the Bible as absolute truth, so we can just stop there. But then if you go to other cultures, almost every other culture
Yeah, it has
doesn't matter,
tales of
has
giants.
tales of giants.
Yeah, it's really
Like
cool.
it's like a universal thing.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I definitely believe that they're around for sure at one point, and would not surprise me if they were here
Still
a
around.
lot
yeah.
longer than we thought they were.
Yeah.
And even maybe around today at,
Well, like
who
I
knows?
said,
It's
dude,
going to be
Not
like
anymore. We delivered
a
some freedom to them.
handful maybe.
they were hiding
Who
in
knows,
caves
but-
in Kandahar. They're like, no one's ever gonna find us here.
Yep, and then Bryce shows up with an M16 and
And then George Bush. No, I don't
No.
think so. We don't.
It's just
we
like
don't negotiate with giants.
you know the video that Trump tweeted about the Houthis gathering that he posted of them drone striking the gathering of Houthis.
Yeah.
I was just like a meeting, their annual giant meeting that they're having. They're just like trying to figure out how to keep their population up, and Trump just drone strikes them all.
all right, guys.
And then Doug's on him on Twitter.
We eat about 30 goats a day. This is not sustainable. We got to figure something out. Just immediately gets bombed. Yeah, then flying it over to the U.S. and it just disappears. That's pretty on par.
Wait,
Yeah.
it disappeared? Or
Yeah,
disappeared?
it
Yeah,
got dumped off
disappeared.
at some air base and never seen again.
Never seen again.
Yeah,
Well, that checks out. Like,
Yeah.
obviously.
Man, it would be fun to do a deep dive on like the Smithsonian.
Mm.
Is like Lovelock Cave. They found those giant skeletons. It was like 10 feet tall or whatever, red hair or whatnot. And the Smithsonian was like, "Oh, that's cool. We'll take it. We'll do some research." And then like the next day, they're like, "What are you talking about? We didn't get any giant bones. I don't know what you're talking about." They just took them and just got rid of them.
Nice.
But
Yeah,
I think it was
Smithsonian would
on
be
the
a
Joe
good one.
Rogan podcast. I don't remember who he was talking to, but he said it best. He's like, "Why does it matter? Why will it throw society that much out of loop to know that there was giants?
Yeah,
Like,
right.
is it that crazy of a thought?"
Yeah, it's like, who cares?
Yeah, I mean, clearly, like, there's evidence of it, like you said, like within certain like cultures, right? So clearly they were around at some point, or at least there's a lot of evidence they were around at some point. Like, it wouldn't be that crazy to be like, yeah, we found giants.
Yeah.
Right.
I mean, what happened? Like, the government said, yeah, UFOs, or what do they call them, UAPs now? They're real. Like, we have evidence of aliens, and like no one batted an eye. They're like, "Oh yeah, it makes sense."
Well, there's a lot of other conspiracy theories around that as well.
Yeah, there is. It's true. I got my own theories about that, but
Yeah.
yeah. But speaking of other cultures and their tales of giants, we can get into the next one.
Hold on. Do you guys even care about aliens?
Not really.
I don't.
Well, I
either.
don't think they're aliens.
No.
I don't either, but like, let's say in this hypothetical, like, if there was aliens, like, at this point, like, I don't even care, really.
If they do exist, then we need to get the USNC going like right away,
What do you
so that I
mean?
can join.
Space Force?
Yeah.
It already is going.
Or not the USNC, the UNSC. The United Nations Space Command from Halo. I
Yeah.
want to go be.
I don't want to fight aliens, dude. I don't care.
Hey,
Dude, I want cool Spartan armor, bro.
Well,
I
yeah.
want a battle rifle.
We'll
and
get
an
that in
energy sword.
surplus. We'll be fine. We'll get in surplus. It'll be great.
Need to deliver the Covenant some freedom and liberty.
I just don't give a crap, man.
Hey, made in God's image, right?
We got to show them
That's-
aliens
yeah,
who was
exactly.
made in God's image.
Yeah. The image of the creator right here. What do you guys got?
Okay. E.T.
Oh, dude, if
Oh,
the
yeah, he's
aliens
kidding.
look like ET, I'm
I'm not worried about them.
Mitch was going Rambo.
I
not-
can't say that word on YouTube, but I'm gonna commit something on the aliens if they all look like ET. If they're ET aliens, it's game on. If they're like,
Yeah.
I don't know, if they're like the silly little green men with the big eyes and the big head and small body, then like cool. Let's hang out, bro. But if it's xenomorphs or ET, they're done. Game over.
The CIA just releases the giant that they've been keeping in the basement for a while, and it just,
Dude,
takes them
I'll
all
I'll
out.
team up with the giant. I'll team up with the giant. We could have him like, I don't know, get him a little well, not a little, but a big Spartan suit. It'd be like a juggernaut, dude.
Yeah, get that guy like a great sword or something, man. Like
Yeah.
a spear. Come on, dude.
But whatever. I just want to fight in space,
Yeah.
dude. I want to be a space.
I don't
battler.
want it. I don't want anything to do with space.
No, I don't think aliens are real at all.
No.
I don't think they are
No.
either.
I believe like the footage or whatever, the evidence of aliens are real, but I don't think that's aliens.
I don't think all of it's
No.
real, but
No,
don't think all of it's
course
real.
not. Like,
But it is not aliens. It's the UFOs and stuff like that. Yeah, it's UFOs, unknown flying objects, because the government hasn't told us about it because it's their projects.
well, either like what is the theories on aliens? Like they're gonna come take over because we're
That's just always been the theory, like in pop culture, since the concept of aliens has existed.
or we're a testing ground. Like they're not gonna come down here either way. Like
They don't care about.
why are
us.
they worried about us?
Even if they did, if there was a species, theoretically, if there was a species of beings or race of beings in the universe somewhere that was technologically advanced enough to travel across the entire universe to come to our planet, why would they care about us?
Yeah, to stop us from nuking each other, right?
Yeah, no.
Yeah,
they
yeah.
Why
do
would they
not
care?
that's
they do
the
not
that's
care.
the theory. They're like, oh, aliens started showing up after the first nuke was set off. Like,
They don't care.
why does
about
that matter?
They're trying to. We're all monkeys, and we're trying to.
Dude, if I saw a colony of ants like duking it out with each other,
Let's see which one wins.
yeah,
We're placing bets.
I don't care. I don't care if ant colonies fight each other. I don't care if I see two like iguanas fighting over like the last piece of this squirrel. I don't care about that.
Yeah, dude. They've never seen the Instagram page.
Nature's metal.
Nature's Metal, dude.
Yeah, it's interesting to watch, but I'm not
I
going
was
to
gonna
interfere
say,
with it.
I'm not gonna interfere, but I'm gonna get a
I'll pull
high
out my-
resolution camera
Yeah, I'll
on
pull
them.
out
If
my
we know
4K camera.
anything,
Have a dude with an Irish accent
maybe
commentate it.
maybe the aliens. It's just all the white chicks of aliens that keep coming here that are like trying to like stop, like intervene with like nature. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Of us fighting with each other. You see the white chicks trying to stop like deer fighting in the streets. Like, no. And it never ends
well.
Never ends well for the white chicks.
Just waiting for one of them to get speared by a buck's antlers and learn their lesson, jacking around with nature like that.
I'm pretty sure it happened.
Yeah.
Like, there's lots of videos.
Yeah,
Oh,
probably
I'm
happened,
sure.
yeah.
I'm sure.
Like Yellowstone, like,
Oh man, Yellowstone with the buffalo.
dude, they just.
Oh my.
If you're a white lady, just stop going to Yellowstone, bro. You guys are losing at a rapid pace there.
We are all married to white ladies.
Just stay in the car, dude. Dude, if my wife
What are you gonna do?
if my wife got out of the car at Yellowstone and tried to get close to a buffalo, like
That's just
What are you
nature
doing?
taking its course at that point.
what are
dude.
you doing? What are you doing? And sometimes I'm not even surprised if there's like a dude recording in the background. He's like, I at least got to get evidence that like I told her to stop, and
That's like watching your kid try to put his hand on the stove. It's like, don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. He's gonna do it anyway, and he'll learn real quick that it's not something you should do.
You noticed how like when someone's recording something and something crazy happens unexpected,
There's
they,
always
like,
a woman screaming in the background.
They always like drop their phone or super shaky, or they don't really get good footage because
Yeah.
they're not worried about the footage. They're like something crazy happened. But anytime it's like an animal attack, perfect footage every time.
Dude,
'Cause
I've
those
seen
people,
so many
they know.
videos of
They're
dudes.
like, it's gonna happen. It's gonna happen.
It's always a dude in the background who's either not related to the group doing something stupid, or the dude that just got done telling the people in his group that was stupid.
Yeah.
And he's like,
Yeah.
I'm just gonna record it.
What do you do?
Yeah.
Dude, I've seen videos of dudes. You seen the video of the dude that almost got attacked by a mountain lion? He's got his phone in one hand and his like handgun in the other, and
Oh,
he's
yeah.
just like shooting at it. It's like, bro, put your phone down and put 2 hands on that gun.
He's like shaking.
Yeah.
Well, of course.
That would
Well,
be
you
kinda-
have to.
yeah.
You
That would
have
be a
to
cool
because
video
you
to have.
probably. I mean, what
DNR
state,
would probably.
what state
freak
was that
out.
in?
I don't remember.
You can go to jail for shooting certain animals in places.
Yeah. DNR would probably freak out because
Like wolves. Like wolves are a problem in Colorado.
yeah,
I don't know why anyone would go to Colorado these days.
not anymore.
No, not anymore. It's a failed state.
Yeah. The New California,
Yeah.
New Oregon, Washington.
Wolves just run and train on cattle. Nothing you can do about it.
They can't have guns to do anything about it anyway.
Yeah,
now.
right. Yeah.
I just like how our government officials just thought they could control wolves. They're
Yeah.
like, oh yeah, we'll introduce them.
They're good for the
yeah,
ecosystem.
they'll help the environment. Like, no, that's an apex predator, and you just let them run. They're one of the smartest apex predators that
Dude,
hunt in packs,
they're
and you're just letting them go.
They're so cool, dude. But
They are.
Bro, I've seen obese women like struggle against like chihuahuas on their leashes, bro. That lady has no chance against a wolf.
one wolf, let alone
A pack?
A pack. That's coordinated assault.
I was gonna
Yeah.
say it's not even just like a swarm. It's
That's a death squad, bro.
they're coordinated by a leader.
They're
It's
Yeah.
crazy.
yeah.
They got small unit tactics.
They are the SEAL Team 6 of dogs.
Yeah.
It's crazy. But yeah,
Whatever.
and then they make rules on top of that you can't do anything about it.
Yeah,
It's
exactly.
crazy.
What you got for us, Luke?
Jackson, you are one fart away from
The ATF showing up at the door,
Ain't no wolf in that one.
and not involuntarily.
oh my gosh, it's bad.
Oh, that's a gnarly one, bro. Jax, come on.
Did you give him one of those cauliflower cheeses?
No. It's probably the pepperoni pizza I gave him last week.
Oh my
Oh,
gosh.
dude,
It's still
that's
moving
bad.
through them.
That's staying for a while.
Jax.
Jax, this is an enclosed room.
Holy crap, bro.
Jax, this is assault,
Literally.
bro. This is assault.
Dude, my eyes are
this point.
watering.
What do you have to say for yourself?
Oh no.
Hey! Chill out, bro.
I'm in the danger zone.
Dude, it's going right on your leg next time.
Oh.
You're gonna have to throw away those shorts.
This is the splash zone.
Bro, you better hope Mitchell didn't give him a cauliflower cheese, dude.
All right. So the plane of jars. Have you guys heard about this?
No.
Well,
Nope.
It's interesting. Yeah, I quickly found out that the conspiracy around this isn't as interesting as the explanation. So anyway, plane of jars. It is. I'm calling it the most dangerous archaeological site. And you'll see why in a second. But anyway, it's like this mysterious historical site in. Is it Laos or Laos? Laos, okay. I may have mistyped that a few times. But anyway, it's this giant area, and there's different sites in Laos, and it covers over 2,000 square miles, and there's like 3,000 plus stone jars in this area. And like these aren't just like normal small like clay vessels or whatever. No, these are like full stone, like some limestone, some other stone, and some of them are up to like 30 tons, 10 feet tall plus. Yeah, so they're giant.
Aliens.
Bingo.
Why
No,
would they-
that's not where we're going.
Why would they
But-
need those?
They built the pyramids, bro.
Why would they?
Yeah.
Why would they make?
But yeah, they're just like, there's no rhyme or reason to them. They're just kind of just random spots.
For what?
So we'll get into that. So a lot of people say that they're used as vessels to collect rainwater during the monsoon season,
Oh, sure.
and then travelers can then use them as like reservoirs for water during the dry seasons.
That's cool.
Whatever. Which I don't think that's what they were originally intended for. I think that kind of just came about because they're like, oh, these things collect a lot of water because they're huge. But the local legends say that they've always been there. And there is this legend of this ancient giant tribe. And I might mispronounce this, but
Oh, we're going back to giants?
yeah, it connects a little bit. But there's this king of the giant tribe, King Kun Chung. I think I said that right.
Yeah, that looks right.
King Kong?
Sorta, yeah.
No, but we're talking about Laos, not Tokyo.
Yeah. But anyway, he
Silly.
Godzilla.
he commissioned these jars after like winning
Godzilla, no!
Bo's culturally insensitive topic quote of the day.
It's the loose cannon, I'm telling you.
Oh, man.
So anyway,
I apologize to the reptiles.
this king
If the reptiles are out there listening, I'm sorry.
we know you're listening.
Sorry,
So this
sorry, derailed
Please,
that.
our politicians
the giant,
are not
yeah,
listening to
the
us.
giant king. He won this big battle, so he commissioned these jars for their rice wine. That's kind of the local legend around these. But kind of some interesting stuff is in the late 50s, early 60s, the U.S. dropped just tons of bombs and decimated these fields. Like, I'm talking about,
During the war?
yes.
I thought we weren't supposed to be doing anything in Laos and Cambodia.
Yeah, we'll get into that.
Okay.
Yeah, that's why I said when I was looking into this, I was like, oh, that's okay. All right. They're doing some shady stuff. But anyway,
Our government?
so
No.
Doing
yeah,
shady
I know.
stuff?
I know. I'm sorry to break it to you, but
Especially during Vietnam.
they do some bad things sometimes.
Okay, I take it back, reptilians. I do not apologize for those past remarks.
Moving on.
Moving on. So between 1964 and 1973, the U.S. dropped over 2 million tons of ordnance. That's roughly double the amount that the U.S. dropped in the entirety of World War II on Germany and Japan.
Just in
Dang.
Laos?
Just in Laos.
Wait, including the nukes?
Well, yeah. I
Dang.
mean, that doesn't really add too much to the total.
Oh, are we talking about? Okay, we're
Just
not
sheer
talking about,
weight of
sure,
bomb, right?
Okay.
Yeah. Sure weight of bomb. But it not
Still.
like, not, you know,
Sure, we bombed
destructive
Tokyo
size.
and Dresden were two really big projects.
Yes.
Dang.
Yeah, and so like 270 million cluster bombs were roughly dropped.
Whoa.
And roughly 30% of those went undetonated. So they just dropped them onto the field, and now there's a cluster bomb
Nice.
just sitting in the field.
Nice.
So this is
Some poor farmer with his with his ox is just gonna be plowing the field, just boom.
that's one of the sad things about this is like there's still civilians
Yeah.
dying, and it wasn't until I think it was 2013, maybe 2013, that the U.S. wanted to do something about it. I think it was Obama was the first U.S.
Dang, it
president
took us
to
that
visit.
long?
Yeah,
Dude, immediately after World War II, Germany had to go clean up France of all the minefields that they placed.
well, also the world knew that Germany was doing that.
Fair. Fair.
It took a while for the U.S. to admit that this was their
Yeah, that's fair.
fault. But
Where did they think the bombs were coming from?
well, the people in Laos knew,
Oh,
or at least I guess the people getting bombed kind of knew.
Until
But I
until
guess
they
that
got shut
doesn't-
up by the bombs
I was
exploding.
like, yeah, that information doesn't go very far. But listen to this. So the equivalent to this is the U.S. dropping a plane load of bombs every 8 minutes, 24 hours a day for 9 years straight.
Jeez.
They
What?
made this in this 9 years. Yeah, 9 years. They made Laos the most heavily bombed country in history per capita. It's insane how much
On just
bombing.
this one particular area with Barack jars.
Yes.
Dang.
Yeah.
made by giants. I'm telling you, they're gone.
Well, it wasn't
We had a
Yeah, we made them
Yeah.
extinct.
Giants were causing problems, dude.
it wasn't necessarily just on the plane of jars, but the plane of jars did get hit heavily because of this. And so now it's like you can't even really like explore these things anymore. There's only 2 sites that are open to tourists. The rest are like no one can go here because there's bombs everywhere.
JFK
So-
knew about the Giants.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Dude, they cluster bombed him.
JFK.
Yeah.
No, they just shot him.
I have no rebuttal.
Okay.
I do have autism, as we've learned, so.
So, yes, we were in Vietnam at the time, and Laos being right next to Vietnam, there was some stuff going on. But in the late 1950s, a group of Americans arrived in Laos under the claim that they were from the U.S. National Geodetic Survey. So they're doing some research there or whatever. These were just CIA operatives
course.
under the code name Hotfoot. And
Hot foot, because if you step on a cluster bomb.
So yeah, with Vietnam being like in the spotlight, all the attention was on Vietnam.
Yeah.
And like we saw the peace movement, and so no one cared what was going on in Laos. There was civil war going on in Laos right next to Vietnam.
Yeah.
No one cared. But the goal was to kind of keep communism out of that area, and Laos was included in that. And the Soviets and China did have their hands in Laos unofficially. But so the CIA goes in there and they want to fight in this proxy war because they're trying to keep communists out.
What? The U.S. getting into proxy war? You're talking
I know,
crazy.
dude. I know it sounds crazy, but
Dang.
I know. And what they did was they didn't want any like American ground troops in here because, plausible deniability and whatnot.
Yeah.
So all they did was recruit locals from the area,
Mm-hmm.
and they picked this tribe called the Hmong. They were like the northern Laos
Hmong.
Mountains. Sure. Yeah.
No, it is.
It's
Yeah.
Hmong.
Yeah. So anyway, they recruited these guys, right? And they recruited about 39,000, but there were like some even being children as young as 10, which is wild. So like they did not care. They just said we want numbers. And so that's what they were doing. They were paying these guys for their services, but they're paying them $3 a month to be part of this army.
Child soldiers for $3 a month. That
Yeah.
sounds like a good deal.
And like put it in perspective, a private at the time was making more than 300. So they were getting nothing for fighting the CIA's war.
Nice.
Yeah.
On the low.
Yeah. So they're being trained and armed by the CIA to go up against guys that are trained and armed by the Soviets. And
Hey, but they were happy with that $3. It says.
oh yeah, they were happy. But still, they're cheap. And what the CIA did to kind of be able to work covertly in the area without, raising war crimes is they bought a commercial airline called Air America, and they were using that to travel in and out. And they took guys from Vietnam, from pilots, and like got voluntary pilots to come and join this elite group called the Butterflies. And they worked with Air America to then map out bombing sites. And then after they did that, they made the Ravens, which the Ravens were like the group that set the groundwork for where the bombs went. So they would fly real low and slow over the battlefield and pick out the spots. And because of that, that's where most of the American casualties came from, were the Ravens, because they were right in the thick of it.
Sure, yeah.
So then they would come through, they would mark out the sites, and then our heavy bombers come in and just destroy the area. Like, just pinpoint accuracy with where we were bombing. And so the reason that they were bombing so much is because of the Ho Chi Minh Trail, which they couldn't get straight through Vietnam, the northern Vietnam into southern Vietnam. So they had to make those trails, the underground tunnels and whatnot, all that kind of stuff. And they moved through Laos and Cambodia to do that. And so that's why we were bombing so heavy there, is because we didn't have any ground troops there. We had, the locals were the army. And, I mean, they got these tunnels that some of our bombs couldn't reach. So they're protected there. So we just hammered away and just put as much damage as we could there. But anyway, so as the war was coming down, it was not going well for, the Allied side. And the CIA started getting implicated in the drug trade that was happening. There was a lot of heroin coming out of that area, and the CIA was taking it over back to America. And so when they got implicated in that, that's when they started to kind of freak out a little bit and want to go out. But they were keeping this hidden from the U.S. Congress the whole time, as the CIA does. They're very covert.
Sure.
And they went as far as setting up a fake headquarters for General Vang Pao, which he was their local general for their army at the time. Even set up a fake headquarters for him to meet with congressmen and whatnot. And then it was actually him that kept pushing to fight, even after America was like, we're getting out of here. And so another sad thing about this is the CIA hires these local people to fight in their war, and they were fighting for them for nearly a decade. And with the promise of like, oh, things are going bad, well, we'll give you refuge to another country or America. Well, when that time came, the CIA just said, see ya, and left them all there. And which
They do that.
is pretty typical for them. And so they've been fighting against this enemy for so long, and now they're just left to deal with them on their own, which did not go well. Yeah, that was the plane of jars. It was like, ooh, this cool, like, weird, mysterious historical site, and like, why is the jar so big? And like, I didn't get that answered. I just got the local legend that, like, oh yeah, these are probably from giants. And then it turned into, wow, the CIA doing some shady stuff again. Yep.
Nice.
But anyway, I got all my information about the CIA stuff from this YouTube video, Why Did the CIA Wage a Secret War in Laos? And I think that's by War Stories. Yeah, great video. They'll do a way better job than I did in explaining this. So if you're interested, check them out.
Cool.
Yeah, sometimes the explanation can be crazier than the theories.
Huh. Wonder if there's still cluster bombs going off
I think there is.
to this day.
Yeah.
I wonder if that white van that keeps pulling up in front of my house is gonna come back tomorrow.
They're gonna put a
Probably.
cluster bomb in your mailbox, bro. This one's for Laos.
Thanks for calling out the CIA. Appreciate it.
Yeah, it's like
I
it's
wrote,
like Bloody Mary. You just say CIA 3 times in the mirror.
I think I
you just
put
get shot 46 times in the back of the head, and it's ruled a suicide.
Good thing the cameras are rolling.
I think I put C.I.A. like 12 times in that document.
Yeah. That's the worst when you gotta put a dot.
Oh, I hate it.
Yeah.
Why did you even? You should have just.
I don't know. I wanted to be official, I guess.
Maybe you are the most autistic one.
Maybe.
Possibly.
Well, about these topics, I am, I guess.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Fair enough.
Mel's hole.
Mel's Hole. This one is a little far-fetched, but it's still fun.
I like fun stories.
Yeah, this one's fun. So,
I think I have heard of this one, by the way.
okay. It's
Child
in
soldiers
Washington.
being paid
Yeah.
$3 a month in Laos makes me sad. I want a fun story.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, hold on. Let's do the math on that.
$3 a month?
You got to pull out a calculator for that.
Yeah, by 9 years.
Well,
You
It's
do
3
36.
times 12 times 9.
Go ahead, do it. Go ahead, do it.
I'm trying. Hold on. It's been a while.
It's been a while.
Maybe you should get out a calculator.
What's the answer?
$324.
$324 over the whole war?
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I wouldn't even open my eyes in the morning for $312.
So a private made
More in a month than these child soldiers made in a decade-long war.
yeah. Nice.
That's
Awful.
tragic.
So,
Well, the CIA is not necessarily known for its morals and virtue.
Not
no.
typically.
And that was like, it was crazy. Is like, that was like the beginning of the CIA. Right?
Yeah.
They were
Well-
formed pretty much, well.
They were formed after World War II,
Yes.
but they were called something different.
Yes.
I can't remember. Ministry of Defense or something. Or
Something
no,
like that.
it was
Oh,
not.
it says.
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
yeah, that's it.
OSS. Like
So
Ministry of
they
Defense.
just, they're formed, and then they're like, okay, we're about information gathering.
Yeah.
Okay, let's bomb this country.
Let's cluster bomb this particular
We're-
spot more
we're
than
gonna-
anywhere else.
We're gonna covertly carpet bomb this entire country.
Yeah, that was a
How did that
sweet
fly under the radar?
covert
No idea.
operation.
Although it is kind of crazy to think, like, that's how good the U.S. is at logistics. If you think about it. I mean, our military is run off logistics,
Mhm.
and we carpet bombed the crap out of Laos just for fun, I guess.
We're trying to cut off the trade and hit targets and whatnot. And
Yeah.
We're trying to trap the heroin so we can bring it back in and
Give it to the hippies.
give it to the hippies.
it's so weird because they're the ones that are saying end the war, but then they're using the product that then
Yeah.
is funding the war.
Hmm.
Crazy.
Huh.
Crazy times.
More.
All right, Mel's hole. Let's get into it.
So, Mel's hole. When did this happen? I don't remember when this happened. But anyway, so there's this guy, Mel Waters. He lives out in Washington. He brought this property. It's a pretty big piece of property. And one day he's just traveling around his property and he finds this hole in the ground. And he's looking at it and, looks weird. Big hole. He can't see the bottom of it. So he goes around and asks his neighbors, like, hey, what's the deal with this? And they're like, oh, well, it's just always been there. And we throw our trash in it. The old owners, we just use it as a trash bin. I mean, we've been throwing trash in there for years and years, and we never hear it hit the bottom, and we don't ever see it again. So, they're throwing like trash. They're throwing old appliances. I think there was a ranch in the area where it said they would throw their dead cows in there, and just it was just a dump pit. And so he thought this was weird, and he just wanted to see the bottom of it. So he grabbed his fishing gear, and what he did was he put a weight on the end of his fishing line, and he'd throw it down, wait to see if it hit the bottom. Wasn't hitting bottom. He ended up getting more line, adding it on, kept going. And he would even put like the Lifesaver mints on the ends, so that if it was hitting water, that they would dissolve, and then he would see. But it wasn't hitting water. There's no water in there. He's throwing lights down it. He could not find the bottom. And when he's doing all this, he finds out that his dog doesn't want anything to do with it. He doesn't want to be near it at all. And he notices there's not even any animals near it at all.
I wouldn't.
Yeah.
You fall in.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, but I mean, like, animals will go near cliffs and whatnot.
Fair.
Like, there's just nothing. So he's thinking it's all weird. And so then what he does is, after talking to his neighbors, and his neighbors are pretty much just like, it is what it is. We throw our trash, we don't see it, so who cares? Which,
fair.
Yeah.
Dude, I would love a giant trash hole. Just
That'd be awesome.
that would change so much for me.
But dude,
I would at least put a lid on that bad boy,
How deep has it got to be throwing trash in there continuously for years?
Send a cluster bomb down there.
Yeah, can you imagine you threw like a washing machine down there and like you just never hear anything?
Never hear it hit anything. It's wild. I mean, like, even like old TV tubes,
Yeah.
like, they're pretty loud when they, shatter. So you won't even hear that.
Oh, dude, they sound so cool when you like drop them on a rock. We
Yeah.
did that one time.
Bro, the people in Middle Earth are just like, stop throwing garbage, bro.
Dude,
Hollow Earth, yeah.
dude, there's like the black hole leads to somewhere, and like every now and again, there's just a freaking old refrigerator comes flying out the other side. And they're like, dude, what the heck is going on?
Yeah, it's just like a teleporter to like some far off galaxy somewhere in the universe, and the aliens are just like, dude, this is the 46th washing machine this year. Stop.
Yeah, when did this happen? It'd be funny if it like connected to all the jars and just like it popped out the other end, and like that's why the U.S. bombed the crap out of the jars, is because no one knew why
There's fridges jumping out of these jars. We got to bomb them.
Yeah.
That's kind of the U.S.'s response to anything weird.
Bomb
Let's
it.
just bomb it.
Yeah.
Oh, there's no oil down there? Bomb it.
Break open that ground.
Oh, there's
we'll
oil.
find it.
There's oil down there. I'll take the oil, then bomb it.
Yeah.
So I think you mentioned it earlier. The Coast to Coast with
Yes.
Art Bell.
Mhm.
So that was an old radio show where you could call in and kind of explain stuff. And
Yeah.
I mean, I've listened to some old shows. It's pretty cool. People just call in and share things.
Sure.
So that's what he did. He called into Art Bell, and he just shared what was going on, and he was like, yeah, it's just weird. Anyone got any tips for whatnot? And people were like, oh, well, try this. Try measuring with lasers and, I don't know, all this stuff. Well, after he did that, one day he going up to see the hole, and the access road was blocked by military personnel.
Oh.
And so he's like, what is going on? And so then they're like, well, there's a plane crash, so we got to clear it before anyone can access this area. And he's like, well, I didn't hear anything. There's no smoke anywhere. There's no fire. So
The plane flew into the hole.
Yeah. Dude, that's just what I was thinking. Like, yeah, it went in this hole and we didn't hear it at the bottom.
So anyway.
The pilot's screaming on it. He's like...
He's still flying like, wow, this hole's really deep.
There's a story about a pilot flying into a hole in Antarctica. It's basically the same thing.
Yeah.
It's like Hollow Earth theory, but that's for later. But anyway, so he does what anyone would do when military personnel shows up in your property and says, there's a thing that we got to do here, so you can't access this. He gets mad. And he's like, get off my property.
He's like, you see this trailer full of trash, dude? I got to go to the hole.
Want to just take this for me?
Yeah.
So anyway.
Yeah, you dump it in the hole.
Yeah.
So basically then they're like, well, this isn't actually your property anymore.
Oh,
like,
yeah, this is the craziest part of the story. I remember
the
this.
classic, like, no, this isn't. And he's like, I'm going to fight this. And they're like, no, you're not. Well, I guess Mel had a little hobby where he had a little UV garden in his basement.
Uh-oh.
Yeah. A little medicinal garden going on. And so they're like, well, we could turn this into a crime scene real quick, so you choose. And he said, okay, have fun. And so
Can
then
I at least throw my trash in there still?
Yeah, instead of flushing his weed down the toilet, he throws it into the hole.
Can I get an easement agreement?
Yeah. Oh, I forgot to mention. So when he was doing this fishing line thing, he kept buying spools to add on to it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he claims he estimated it was like 80,000 feet deep is how far he got. And in reference to that, the Mariana Trench is like 36,000 feet deep.
Oh.
And the deepest hole ever dug was by Russia, and that was like 40 something. And they had to stop because their equipment kept melting.
Yeah.
And so yeah, it's just this giant hole. Now military personnel is on his property doing stuff. And it's just weird stuff going on with this thing. And like I mentioned his neighbors before, like how they throw their cows in there, whatever. I guess one of his neighbors claimed that when his dog died, he threw it in the hole. I don't know why you wouldn't just bury it, but he thought that was a good thing to do with it, so he threw it in the hole. The next day, his dog's on his porch, and he knew it was the same dog because they had the same collar on. Like I said, far-fetched, but I thought that was just a funny detail.
Okay.
He's like, oh, this hole's weird. Super weird. And his neighbor comes over. He's like, yeah, I threw my dead dog in there, and he came back.
It's just a teleporter then.
Well, how does the dog come back to life?
It's got restoration properties. Tossed his dead dog in there, and it revived him and dropped him back on his porch.
Dude, it gets
I actually
weirder
have
than
like
that.
15 washing machines in my yard right now. They just keep getting dropped off there. I don't know where they're coming from, bro.
They threw him a washing machine, so I threw him a dog. So anyway, the military gets involved and, basically kick him out. And so he's kind of done with this. He's making a fuss about it. And he's going on Art Bell podcast or radio show and making all these complaints or whatever. And he was, telling Art Bell that he feels like he's being followed. He's seeing helicopter presence all the time around his property. He, just feels unsafe all the time. But he gets access back to this his land, and he's still making a fuss about it with the military presence, whatever. And so then he's offered, it was like $250,000. What was it? Basically, a lot of money. I think it was every month, $250,000 a month to, lease out his property. He has to sign a no closure agreement, and he has to leave the country. So that was
leave the country?
Yeah, that was the agreement.
For $250,000 a month?
Yeah. Yeah, so what he did, he went over to Australia and he started doing stuff with wombat rescue or whatever. And
wombat rescue.
What a loser. That was a loser, dude. Come on. You couldn't think of anything better?
I guess he had a passion for wombats. That was his passion. And he's already...
For $250,000 a month, you didn't even need to do anything.
Can you imagine, a long, hard day of saving
no
wombats?
No one saves wombats for profit.
And you...
Nobody saves wombats in general.
That was a crazy line. Nobody saves wombats.
Put it on a shirt.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, dude. Jax, I'm about to throw you in the hole, bro.
Did he fart again?
Yeah.
Oh, Jax. Keep going.
No, can you imagine, you just got done saving a wombat and you just, come home and you're just I miss my hole.
That's kind of what happened. It was his family he missed.
He couldn't stop thinking about the... Wait, he left his family there?
He had to. Well, he got divorced from his wife. And so then, his ex-wife is now...
And she didn't have to leave?
No.
She had to know about the hole.
She technically owned the land, and he was leasing it, or had lease rights to that part of the land. And then the military, I guess, or the CIA, whoever you want to call it, was then leasing that from him. That was the $250,000 a month agreement.
Dude, that was part of her agreement too, the ex-wife?
Yeah.
She was like...
Get him out of here.
She's like... They're like, we'll give you $250,000 a month. And she's like, I don't want your money. Just make my ex-husband leave. And
make him go away.
All right.
Sure, we can do that.
This is pointing more to my theory that Mel is just a complete loser.
Yeah.
Well, it gets crazy. So, anyway, he's in Australia, and he's doing his thing with his wombats, and, he decides that he wants to, visit his family. He had nephews, I guess, here, and,
you couldn't stop thinking about the hole, man.
Yeah.
It was like the Green Goblin mask.
Yeah.
I mean, if you had a giant hole in your backyard, you could throw anything into it. And
throw
his
dumb ex-wife into it.
Your neighbor's telling you that it resurrects his dog. Yeah, you're probably going to keep thinking about that too.
For $250,000 a month, I wouldn't think about that hole ever again.
Nope.
I wonder if that's why he got divorced. He just couldn't stop thinking about...
He was obsessed with the hole.
Yeah. His wife's like, stop thinking about that stupid hole.
Yeah. It's a lesson for everyone.
It's the Green Goblin mask.
It is a Green Goblin mask.
If you're married and you're thinking about other holes, man, it never ends well.
Yeah.
I mean, that's true.
Yeah, stay away from the holes.
Especially Mel's hole.
Is that the story?
No.
Or do you have more?
No, there's a little bit more.
Okay.
So he decides he wants to come back, but then he gets email that says his lease agreement is void because he was building roads on it, trying to add an electrical septic tank or whatever. Well, he wasn't there, so it was the military doing that. So he got his lease agreement void. And so he's like, what the heck? And he sees that his money's not coming in every month anymore. And then he checks his bank account and it's cleared. Gone.
Oh.
So, and he's already made the decision to come back. So he's like, I'm going back to see what's going on. Goes back to America, and he's on a bus, and all of a sudden some people start fighting on the bus, so they pull it over, police get involved, move everyone to a new bus. Well, he passes out on that bus, and he wakes up
Free falling.
12 days later in an alley in California. So this bus thing happened in, Washington, I think. And he wakes up in California in an alley 12 days later after blacking out, and his back teeth are removed.
His back teeth?
Yeah.
His molars?
Yeah, his molars were gone.
Give him up.
And then that's like the end of Mel Waters. Like, he doesn't call in anymore. He's
Bro,
doesn't.
they threw him into the hole. They threw his teeth into the hole and they threw him in after. And his pet wombat.
Oh, not the wombats.
Dude, him and his pet wombat they've been falling forever now.
Yeah, that's it. That's the end of the story.
That's how it ends?
That's how it ends. Yeah, he tries to mess with the CIA and he just gets his molars removed.
Fascinating.
Yeah.
Just dumped him at a CIA black
That
site.
would be the worst thing ever, though. Not the worst thing, but, like, can you imagine, like, a worse way to get the middle finger from the CIA is just, like, we're going to hit you with a sleep gun, and you're going to wake up with the ability to never eat meat ever again.
Yeah. You can never chew a Jolly Rancher.
We'll see you at Jamba Juice, Mel. Have fun drinking your dinner through a straw forever.
So, if you look at a globe and you go from where the Mel's hole is in Washington and draw a straight line through the globe, the point you get on the other side is actually this island that's owned by the French, and it's the Crozet Islands. And the only thing on that island is a research facility. And what that island is the top of a plume conduit, which, let me see if I can make this bigger. This is what a plume conduit looks like. It's a shaft of lava, and there's usually like a volcano at the top. So like Hawaii, this is an example of Hawaii. So a lot of these islands are the top of a plume conduit. And so this magma is then coming up that creates the island. But it's a shaft that just goes down into the earth. So on one side, it's this, and straight through the earth to the other side is this giant opening that seems to have no bottom.
Dude, that's where all the washing machines are going. They're,
Yeah,
they're
just
just
going into the
melting in the
magma.
lava. Dang, the most efficient trash incinerator ever.
How'd the dog come back?
I don't know. That was just a random story.
Magma
I
has
thought
healing
it was.
properties.
I thought
they
it
were
was funny.
smoking too much weed.
I think so.
Yeah, yeah. Just
So this is a lesson for everyone out there. Don't smoke weed. If for nothing else, it's just one less tool that the CI can use against you before they remove your back.
yeah. I was
teeth.
gonna say, remove it or smoking weed could lead you to getting your back teeth removed by the CIA. Don't do it.
Yeah.
That's
So,
what
yeah,
they should have said in elementary school when they were doing like the "Just Say No to Drugs" campaign.
Oh,
They'd be like,
the DARE
dude, you're
campaign.
gonna get your back teeth removed by the CIA. You see that little cricket right there, that little joint right there? CIA is gonna remove your back teeth if you touch that. That would have scared me. Yeah. You're gonna live the rest of your life helping wombats with no molars.
That's it.
Is that the life you want? No.
Even worse, he woke up in California.
Well, Australia's not any better. They're kind of the same. California might be a little bit better because they got wombats. But yeah,
So yeah, not. I mean,
I would much rather live in Australia than California.
yeah. At least Australia is like, I don't know. At least they get cool accents over there.
yeah,
Californians are just insufferable.
I guess they really respect their tradesmen over in Australia.
Do they?
Yeah. So one
Yeah,
of
there we
our
go.
one of our friends, they're from Australia, and their sister and boyfriend came to visit for 4th of July.
Mm.
And I was like, perfect time for you guys to visit America. And we were talking or whatever, and he works in the mines, and so he was asking me about. He's like, "Oh, what do you do?" I was like, "Oh, I'm an electrician, part of the trades here." And he's like, "Oh, so you live good?" I'm like, "Yeah, I mean, comfortable." And he's like, "Oh, like you guys aren't like top class here?" I'm like, "I mean, you can be for sure, but you know, kind of get looked down upon at times too." And he's like, "Oh no, not in Australia. Like we love the trades over there. Like everyone loves the trades."
Hmm.
I'm like, "Yeah, we could use that over here."
Yeah. All right, guys, you want to call it there? Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
All
And the
right.
only thing else I got on here is I just had a couple references to stuff in the Bible where it mentions giants and
Mm.
whatnot.
And Nephilim.
Yeah. Nephilim doesn't necessarily mean giants, but
yeah.
it can.
Also, the Book of Enoch is not in the Bible.
It's
Just to clarify that.
Yeah, that's why it has the religious reference.
Yeah.
And the Book of Enoch we don't see that as
Not biblical canon.
biblical canon. It's interesting.
Yeah.
That's why there's a question mark next to it. But yeah, like you want to read about giants, like in kind of stuff going on. It mentions them in Numbers, with like the Israelites seeing giants in the Promised Land and being all scared, and then Joshua and Caleb are like, "Nah, we can take them." And then in Joshua, they do take them.
Yeah.
And it's pretty cool. Actually, God stops the sun for a full 24-hour period for them to fight the giants and decimate them. And there's actually
just like we did.
There's actually like some scientific theory that the calendars that the time that we keep is 24 hours off.
Mm.
And so then the story kind of explains that.
Interesting. Well, guys, if you have nothing less, I guess we can wrap it there.
Yeah, I'm good with that.
You got any
Alrighty.
closing advice?
Don't think about holes.
Don't smoke weed so that the CIA won't remove your back teeth. And you probably don't have autism. You're just weird.
Well, even if you do, you'll be okay.
Yeah.
Yep.
Alrighty, guys. Well, thanks for tuning in to Culture Warfare. I don't have any socials you can follow, but Bo, you can give out your Instagram.
Yeah, you can follow me at SDK Rapscallion on Instagram, on Twitter. I've been posting on either one of those in like a couple weeks, so
yeah,
I'll pick it back up. But anyway, you can also follow us at Culture Warfare podcast on Instagram, and is it
Facebook?
Yep. All the places.
Yeah.
Like, subscribe.
Yeah, don't forget like, comment, subscribe, share with your friends. Boost us in the algorithm a little bit. Yeah.
Yep.
You got anything else to say?
No, I think you guys summed it up great.
Cool.
Don't smoke weed if you want to keep your teeth. If you find something cool in your yard, don't tell anyone.
Yeah, keep that to yourself. The government ruins everything.
They do. Oh. It's like you hear all those stories about guys finding gold on their property.
Oh, yeah. Just keep your mouth shut.
And then they just, they say, actually, we found gold.
But, yeah. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. We'll catch you next time. Peace.